Hot dogs and a cold chill, we go wild just for the thrill. Cheerleaders doing their dance, crowd in a football trance. Friends and beers in every hand, living life like we planned. Let's step and go, we won't slow down in this wild football show. Let's step and go, we'll make some noise in this big crowd we know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, one and all, to the final game of this Sunday slate. Yeah, we've got quite a bit of football. We've had quite a bit of football today, but this is the nightcap. This is the game that you have all been waiting for. The Detroit Lions coming into this game 6-3. Meanwhile, the Philadelphia Eagles coming into this game 7-2. And I mean, the early numbers do suggest that the Philadelphia Eagles might win this game. Philly is looks like 2.5-point favorites coming into this one, so not a lot separating these two teams. Trying to see if I can hear my music at all on these headphones. I don't think I can. Let's see if I cut over to this drive chart. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't hear any music coming out of this right now. I wonder what's going on. Let's do a reconnect here. Hold tight. Okay, now I can hear the music. You guys probably hearing it just fine on your side. I wasn't getting anything in my headphones. Had to make sure that we were all set and good to go. But we are rocking, we are rolling, and I need to see who the hickety heck is out here in this chat. Let's do a quick roll call for everybody. You were a little scratchy. You all right, Mario? I'm all right. What's up, everyone? What are you guys thinking, man? Voice feels okay. Can y'all hear me? Are we good? Was it scratchy? Not late, right on time, says Roy. Everything sound good? Are we good? Can you hear me? Are we clear? Someone give me a big thumbs up. Let me know that the audio is now good and rocking. Good? Living Like Larry says we're good. No. Okay, awesome. No Daffy, my favorite name. I know you hate that, dude. I know you hate that. Notify in the house saying we good, fam. Good to go. Thank you, Robert Zamora. All clear. Looks like we are green. Let's roll forward with this pregame. Now, part of the pregame is highlighting some of the other games that have happened today in the huge Sunday slate that we've had, but I will get to that at the end of the pregame. Right now, I want to break down some analysis for these two teams, starting with the away team, statistically speaking, the offense here. This offense for the Detroit Lions team, folks, Detroit Lions offense ranks second in the NFL when it comes to points per game. They are sixth when it comes to yards per game. Fourth in yards per play, third down efficiency. Kind of a troublesome area there for the Detroit Lions. But honestly, when you are picking up 6 yards per play, you probably don't face a lot of third down situations. Inside the red zone, this Detroit Lions offense, guys, fourth best team in the league, converting those red zone drives into touchdowns at a success rate of 68.4%. The offense for this Detroit Lions team is good, and I think most of us can agree that this team is a dangerous team in the NFC. This team is a dangerous team in the NFC and arguably the toughest division of the NFC. I don't think that's arguable. I think the NFC North is the toughest division in the NFC for sure, and they're at the top of that division. Defensively, just slipping outside of the top 12 in points per game. This defense allowing 22.2 points per game. We look at yards per game and yards per play allowed. Yards per game allowed, under 300. Yards per play allowed, about right at the 5 mark. Exactly 5 yards per play allowed. Now, that does take into consideration those 1 yard, 2 yard, and negative yard plays, plus the 40, 50, 60-yard plays all baked into one. So this yards per play number, I'm going to get with Santino and see if it makes sense to try to find another stat that might paint a better picture here. I'm just thinking about this in real time. But third down efficiency, a top 10 team in third down efficiency. Red zone struggles here defensively. On third downs, defensively, this team allows a success rate at just 35%. But inside the red zone defensively, this team allows a success rate at almost 70%. So if the Eagles get into the red zone, we'll probably see the quarterback sneak quite a bit. Even if they're in the red zone or not, we'll probably see the quarterback sneak quite a bit today from the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's see how these officials will choose to officiate that particular play. I'm going to ask the chat before it gets too late right now. Lions for the win tonight, says James. I'm going to ask the chat before I get too far behind. Who will win? This is the official poll right now for Football Nation. Will it be the Lions or will it be the Eagles? And we're going to break down the actual personnel right now for this game, and this should help paint a clearer picture of what we are going to see. Jared Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs. Okay, if you did not know, you're about to know. Jared Goff, top 10 this season in passing yards. Jared Goff, 20 passing touchdowns heading into today's game. That is second most in the NFL heading into Week 11. He's only got 3 interceptions and a QBR of 68.8, which is top 10 in the NFL there as well. Jared Goff, an amazing quarterback to have. You'd be lucky to have him. Now, he does have a Super Bowl appearance with the Los Angeles Rams, has not been back to the Super Bowl. Probably looking to get there here with this squad that they've got in the Detroit Lions. This is a pretty good squad on this Lions side. Next to him, it's not just Jahmyr Gibbs. It's Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. This is a two-headed monster in the backfield for the Detroit Lions. Three-headed monster if you really want to go down the list, because I honestly think that even Craig Reynolds can do some damage if given the opportunity. So Cerberus of the backfields for sure here. It's the Detroit Lions offense. Jahmyr Gibbs this season, 128 carries, 693 yards, and 8 rushing touchdowns. That is tied for third most, but it's not just rushing touchdowns, guys. Jahmyr Gibbs also has a pair of receiving touchdowns and an additional 227 yards through the air. So a dual threat option in the backfield for the Detroit Lions team, and David Montgomery is the sledgehammer as well. 5 rushing touchdowns for David Montgomery, 466 rushing yards for David Montgomery this season. He can also make catches out of the backfield as well. Top pass catchers, though, are neither of the two. It's not Jahmyr Gibbs or David Montgomery. It is, without a doubt, before anybody else, Amon-Ra St. Brown. This guy is the realist. He's got 8 receiving touchdowns in 2025. Those 8 receiving touchdowns is second most in the NFL. So Amon-Ra St. Brown, second most in the NFL. Khalif Raymond, Jameson Williams, all 3 of these guys are great. Someone mentioned earlier before this stream started that Sam Laporta is going to be out for at least 4 weeks. Brock Wright is going to be your starting tight end for today's contest. We might also see some Ross Dwelly, who I have never seen before. But with Shane Zylstra on the sideline on IR as well, it comes down to Brock Wright and Ross Dwelly. Fingers crossed that there are no more injuries to the tight end spot here for these Detroit Lions. Okay, still got to go through the offensive line. But before I do that, where are my Detroit Lions fans out right now? Where are my Detroit Lions fans at right now? Let's see anything blue. Let's see anything Lion-related. Let's see, I don't know, a Lions logo if you got it. Looking for my Lions fans. TM, what's going on? Living like Larry. Crypto, rock and roll, man. There's Robert Zamora. Notify checking in. Looks like Carson Marie going with the birds right here. James going with the birds. Looks like Mad Dog Mage going with the blue. Roy Williams with the Lions. Looks like Detroit is in the house. Drop me your favorite M&M bars. Just kidding. I don't think M&Ms make bars, except for the one M&M who makes. Okay. All right. Let's get into this right here. Drago Balboa, what's up, dude? Okay. Left to right offensive line. At least right here, not too many issues. Christian Mahogany being out is going to be an issue. So, okay. Taylor Decker, going to be your starting left tackle. Christian Mahogany on IR, so Coyote Awosika going to be your left guard today. Graham Glasgow at center, Tate Radledge at right guard, and right tackle going to be Penny Sewell. and that will make up this Detroit Lions offense. We've got 10 minutes till kickoff, so I do got to run through this pretty quickly here. Mario's going to be rapping tonight. I might, dude. Don't get me started, bro, because I might, Roy. I might, for sure. Lions defense. There are going to be a few absentees in today's game, a lot of absentees, but what's new for this Detroit Lions defense? The defense has been missing a few players. Let's just name some of them here. Josh Pascal, out. Quentin Jefferson, out. Marcus Davenport, out. Mekhi Wingo, out. Malcolm Rodriguez, out. Zach Cunningham, IR. Ezekiel Turner, IR. Khalil Dorsey, IR. Terrion Arnold, out. Dan Jackson, IR. Kirby Joseph, out. DJ Reed, IR. Ennis Rakestraw, IR. That is not a joke. Like, literally, they have very limited players left here on this Detroit Lions side of things. So Philadelphia going to be looking to tire out these starters as much as they can because they know that the depth is not there. The starters still pretty strong. Aiden Hutchinson, left defensive end. Left tackle, Aleem McNeil. Right tackle, DJ Reader. And Al-Qadim Muhammad going to be your right defensive end. You'll have Alex Anzalone as your weak side linebacker. Jack Campbell as the middle linebacker. And Derek Barnes as the strong side linebacker. With Terrion Arnold out, you'll have Rock Yassin as your left corner. And on the right corner here, you'll have Amik Robertson. And your two safeties today. One is Brian Branch, but in the absence of Kirby Joseph, today you'll have Thomas Harper. And that makes up the defense here for the Detroit Lions. Again, a huge list that is ruled out. Quentin Johnston, wide receiver, in, out. I can't find it. Don's, that game has already happened. So Don's analysis asking about a game that happened like 3 hours ago, bro. Quentin Johnston plays for the LA Chargers, so you're not going to find his name on anyone's roster right now because he doesn't play for either of these two teams. Okay, let's move forward. Let's move forward and take a look here at the stats for what's ranked the #1 team in the NFL according to the NFL Network. According to the NFL Network, despite seeing all of these beautiful numbers on this Detroit Lions side, look at all this green right here. The Philadelphia Eagles, apparently according to the NFL Network, are ranked #1 right now. So I don't know. I don't know what kind of Rastafarian color things they're doing, but this is literally every color that we run in the Gambit, and they've got a spot in every single spot here. So let's go from good to bad, right? Let's do that because I can actually do this with the full color range here. Red zone efficiency, there is no team better than this Eagles offense. Inside the red zone, they are converting at almost 81% success rate. They can punch it in, and they get inside the 20s. So, best team in the NFL in the red zone. When we look at points per game offensively, this is 12th, so they are towards the bottom of the front third right there. They're actually outside of the top third just at the start of the second third. Philadelphia Eagles offense ranks 12th in points per game. The next metric up, the next positive metric, would be yards per play, which is 5.3 yards per play. That results in 303 yards per game. That's 23rd, but we look at the red zone, that's the full color grade here in the red zone. Third down efficiency, or on third downs, not inside the red zone. On third downs, conversion rate success drops significantly, which is weird to me. I'm going to slow down here because I don't want to go too far ahead of myself. But third down efficiency for this team to be that bad, does that raise an alarm for anybody who's an Eagles fan? Does that matter to you guys? Third down efficiency, 34% conversion rate here. We'll see how many third downs this Eagles team faces, or this could be a good old-fashioned shootout, and it could be like that all day. Only stat that matters is the wins, says Kalinas. Kalinas? It's cold and windy. Best running team wins, right? Feels that way. That's a good point right there, Hammer Smash, and something that I don't bring up often enough during these live streams. It is the weather. The weather plays a huge factor. Extra wind means no long field goals. Extra wind means probably no huge passes upfield. Most of those receiving yards might come from yards after the catch, which Amon-Ra St. Brown is like the king of that. Meanwhile, we've got two deep threats here that may not be getting the football a whole lot in A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. But all of that will the story will be told in time here, folks. The game coming up in about 5 minutes. Let's run through the gauntlet. Points per game allowed. 10th in the NFL, giving up 21 points per game. Yards per game allowed. 18th in the NFL, giving up 327 yards per game. The good side here for this Eagles defense is their red zone efficiency, just like their offense. They are giving up a success rate of just 48% to opposing offenses inside their own red zone, and they're going to be looking to, prevent red zone scores. The crazy thing about this Lions team is that they can hurt you from well outside the red zone. So we'll see what kind of game we have today. The offense for the Philadelphia Eagles is as follows. Jalen Hurts, your starting quarterback. Saquon Barkley, the starting running back. Your pass catchers for today, A.J. Brown as your wide receiver 1. Devontae Smith as your wide receiver 2. And Jahan Dotson as your wide receiver 3. Main starting tight end will be Dallas Goedert. You may get a little sprinkle of Grant Calcaterra in from time to time today, but Dallas Goedert, I like Dallas Goedert coming into this one. I do. I'm a fan of Goddard right now, for sure, for sure. The offensive line of the Philadelphia Eagles, from left to right. Jordan Mailata, your left tackle. Landon Dickerson, your left guard. Cam Jurgens, your center. Tyler Steen, the right guard. And Lane Johnson, your right tackle. This will make up the offense for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, big players we got to talk about. Saquon Barkley, surprisingly, just 4 rushing touchdowns on the season and only 579 rushing yards. The man who was the #1 rusher in all of football last season is 15th this year. So maybe not having to try so hard. He's still getting that money coming in, right? I don't know what gets into these guys' heads sometimes. But it's basically the same offensive line. Not much has changed. We should be seeing the same productivity out of this team, but the Eagles get to coast right now, being in the NFC East. They don't really have to try that hard to win games in the NFC. I keep biting my lip, but in the NFC in general. Okay, we did not talk about Jalen Hurts. I've got a head-to-head graphic, so I'll run through his numbers here really quick. Only 1,800 passing yards on the year, 16 passing touchdowns, 1 interception. Those are also very good numbers for Jalen Hurts. But we know he can hurt you more than just through the air. Rushing this season, guys, what's going on here? Rushing this season, Jalen Hurts has 5 rushing touchdowns and 234 rushing yards. So total touchdowns on the year, Jalen Hurts has 21. He actually has more touchdowns than Goff. But we'll get to that in just a second. I got to run through this. Anyways, those are your 2 guys in the engine room, if you will. I do believe this is going to be someone – who said that earlier? Someone out there said it earlier that the better running team is going to win this game. Bro, I think you hit the nail on the head with that one. Like, that's not even my thought, dude. And I think you're absolutely right. Based off of the weather, I think whichever one of these 2 teams can run the football well and control the clock will probably get the win here today. But anything can happen. We'll see how that analysis breaks down. Okay, Eagles defense here before this game gets started. We got about 2 minutes here left to go. Moro Ojomo going to be your left defensive end. Jordan Davis, your nose tackle. Jalen Carter, your right defensive end. Your linebackers for today's contest. Weak side linebacker, Jalen Phillips. Left inside linebacker, Zach Bond. Nakobe Dean going to be your right inside linebacker, and your strong side linebacker is Nolan Smith Jr. Quinyon Mitchell going to be your right side cornerback here. Your left side cornerback, Adoree Jackson. Andrew Makuba, the rookie out here. And Reed Blankenship, an amazing tackle machine for the Philadelphia Eagles. Not to mention, coming in as the nickel from time to time, Cooper DeJean, also a solid piece for this Philadelphia Eagles defense. This is a solid team. I don't think that they are the best team in the NFL, but they are a solid team and they know how to win games, which is why they are, in ranking-wise, at the top of the table in this conference. So that breaks down that quick analysis. Let's do a quick head-to-head comparison between these 2 right here. Total passing yards this season. Jared Goff, 2,235. Meanwhile, Jalen Hurts, 1,860 passing yards. Advantage, Jared Goff. We look at the rushing yards this season. Obviously, Jared Goff is not much of a runner. He's always been a pocket passer. So big advantage here to Jalen Hurts with 234. Now, if we add up all these yards combined, Jared Goff has more total yards this season. However, Jalen Hurts has more total touchdowns this season. 21 touchdowns to 20. Jared Goff with 3 interceptions. This arrow should actually be red, not green. It does go up, but that's not a good thing. So Jared Goff, 3 interceptions. Jalen Hurts with just 1. We look at the completion percentage. Goff does have the advantage there. Sacks taken. Jalen Hurts has been bagged more times. Jared Goff has the higher passer rating. So I ask you, chat, who would you rather have as your quarterback? Who would you rather have as your quarterback? I'm sure you guys already have your predetermined selections here, seeing as this is a chat room full of Detroit Lions and Philadelphia Eagles fans. For those of you guys who are from these two teams agnostic, feel free to drop your chat. Hurts all day. Goff, Hurts, Goff, Hurts, Goff. Terry saying Dak. Big Ben says Eric Dexter. Gotta go with Goff, says Matt. Nicholas wants Jalen Hurts. Renee wants Jalen Hurts. Brian says Goff. Clem saying in Goff we trust. That was actually one of my fantasy team names for a little bit there. Anyone except Goff, says Thomas. Oh my gosh, right here. Robert Zamora, I see you dropping the Lions. The only one who just wins games, says Bill Adams. Let's go. Okay, this game is about to get started here. We have not seen kickoff just yet. I don't know who is going to get possession at this moment, but we'll find out here soon enough. Okay, I do need to make a quick change here. This is from the previous matchup, so let's go ahead and do the away team schedule. That's going to be the Detroit Lions, and we will bring that up as this game goes on. And I'll also bring up the schedule here for the Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia Eagles. There's the schedule for the Philadelphia Eagles, and I got to plug in the quiz. I got to plug in the trivia quiz for this game so I don't make the same mistake that we've done in the past here as well. Let's actually do that now before we get there and before I turn the music on. Settings. They're still going through warm-ups here. Trivia quiz, Eagles, Lions. Awesome. There it is. We'll do the trivia quiz at halftime. Don't you worry about that. But for now, we're chilling. For now, we are chilling. We are getting the opening kick right now. We're about to get this opening kick. And it looks like the Detroit Lions are going to kick this off. And the Eagles are going to start with possession, folks. Now, whoops. Let's shrink this down and get that off the screen. Here we go. There is the kickoff, and the Eagles will start this game with the football. It's going to start with a touchback, so 15 minutes on the board. Eagles going to start this drive at the 35-yard line. First down coming up here for the Philadelphia Eagles. This will be the opening play of the game at the 35. Let's do this thing. Bears-Vikings, 19-17. Looks like field goals not going to be happening today, says Daniel Wilson. Looks like field goals ain't going to be happening today. Trying to refresh this, trying to get into a live selection here. CBS a little delayed, folks. Give me a moment while CBS decides to drop its live feed. It's a 1st and 10 at the Philadelphia 35-yard line. Here comes the opening play. Under center right now, Hurts waits for it. Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley in a single back formation behind him. You've got A.J. Brown and Smith out on the edges. A windup and a throw. Looks like Smith coming back for it. Down he goes. This pass incomplete. 2nd down and 10. So a little refreshing there to see the opening play of the game be a pass over to the left-hand side. First target of the day there for Devontae Smith. It's an incomplete pass. It does bring up a 2nd down. And it looks like I'll be a little behind of the action, but that's okay. The scoreboard will stay fresh. So 1st and 10 becomes 2nd and 10. A little bit of time taken off the clock here. 2nd down with 4 minutes and 4:53. Thank you very much for the super chat. Yeah, it's me. A windup and a pitch here. Dropped pass. This time Dallas Goedert, the intended receiver. And Dallas Goedert gonna get a target. Drops the football. So a bad No grab there. It wasn't a bad pass. It was actually just a dropped ball. That was actually just a dropped ball. Okay. 2 plays in. 14:49 left to go. Eagles going to start this game with a possible 3 and out here at home. With a possible 3 and out here at home. Here comes a 3rd down and 10 for Philadelphia. An empty backfield. A.J. Brown, the lone receiver at the bottom of the screen. 3 receivers to the top right here. Actually, we've got 5 wide. So there's the snap, looking to the left, looking towards Brown. Brown going to make the catch at the 47-yard line. That's good for a 1st down, Philadelphia. 1st down, Philly. A.J. Brown with a big catch there for 12 yards. The first target to him, that's the first catch. Good, strong hands to hang on to that because Roxin blew him up the moment that football made contact with his gloves. Well done by A.J. Brown to hang on to it. So, 1st and 10, Eagles to the 47. Jalen Hurts calls a quick audible. He stepped up quickly to the line, and then he stepped back right now. Trips to the left by himself is Dallas Goedert at the bottom of the screen. They're showing blitz on the defense. They only rush 4. Hurts has time. Hurts runs out of time. Going to the left. He'll wind up and throw upfield. Oh, my goodness. They're going to say it's an incomplete pass. Incomplete pass. There are also flags on the play. Let's find out what these flags are. This might be against the Philadelphia Eagles. I think we know what's coming. Holding. Offense, number 65, Lane Johnson going to commit the penalty. So the 10-yard penalty will back up the Eagles and a replay of 1st down. So 1st and 20 coming up now after that penalty. 13:57 left to go. A hurtful 10-yard penalty. Right now the Eagles in the huddle. Jalen Hurts with the flap up, making a quick call right now. Break. And so we line up. The Philadelphia Eagles step up to the line. Aiden Hutchinson with his nose right across the Philadelphia Eagles. A snap and a handoff left side. This time to the left. Tank Bigsby gets the football out to the 41-yard line. This will be a 4-yard pickup. This brings up a 2nd down and 16. I'm a Lions fan checking in right now. We've got Yeah, It's Me. By the way, my bad, guys. I got to pull up y'all's chats out here. Yeah, It's Me checking in. What's up, dude? Saying he is a Lions fan. Thank you, Yeah, It's Me, for checking in. Thank you for the super chat, and thank you for giving me some of your time tonight. 2nd down and 16. I see 2nd down and 15 on my screen. Out of the pistol, a windup and a throw upfield. This one going to be a bad pass at the end of the day. It's a 3rd down and 15 and stops the clock with 13 minutes and 16 seconds left to go. 3rd down. They've converted 1 1st down. A.J. Brown with a 12-yard reception. He's the only player to make a catch in this game right now. It's a 3rd down and 15. The ball on the Philadelphia 42. Philadelphia Eagles with possession. Eagles still in the huddle as the play clock hits 15. Break. 3rd down and 15. Play clock inside of 10 right now. Camera still focusing on Aiden Hutchinson here for the Detroit Lions. Motion. And the Eagles, there's the snap, dropping back and surveying with a lot of time. Jalen Hurts running out of time. Here's the scramble from Jalen Hurts, and Jalen Hurts is going to get dropped here. Oh, he's going to pick up a yard, going to prevent the sack. It'll be a 1-yard gain, but it's a 4th down and 14. Well done to keep that one from being negative yardage, but you didn't do your team much good not getting rid of the football. So 4th down and 14 coming up. Well done by the Lions defense. 4th down. Eagles will have to punt. Eagles going to punt from their own 43-yard line, still shy of the logo, about 3 yards shy, maybe 2 yards shy of the edge of that Eagles logo. Waiting for the punt now. Here's the snap, and there's the punt. Braden Mann sends this one back. Looks like we get a return. He goes backwards on this one, all the way back to the 12. Runs it up to the 14. The choice to go backwards, a bad one. And that will stop the clock with 12:16. So, change of possession, folks. That is the opening drive for the Philadelphia Eagles. And the result of the drive is 0 points. A punt. Who wins, the Green Goblin or Krillin? Krillin Without a doubt. Without a doubt, bro. Are you kidding me? One destructo disc. He's cutting right through this man. He's cutting right through this man. Okay. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, it's me. Trying to bring me back to my childhood right now with Spider-Man and Dragon Ball Z references baked into one question. Why you do this to me, man? Why you do that to me? What's going on, everyone in the chat? Welcome in. The Eagles just gave up possession. This is now going over to the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions now with the football. When we get back from the commercial break that we are currently in, the Detroit Lions will have possession at their own 14-yard line as they work their way towards midfield. Good? Sounds good to me. Okay, so I think I got this one downloaded right. There was an image I wanted to bring up right now. It wasn't the playoff picture. It's Week 12. I think I downloaded Week 12 here. Yeah. Okay, guys, next week, here is the schedule for next week. Thursday Night Football, the Buffalo Bills will be taking on the road. They will be facing the Houston Texans. Houston Texans just squeaked out a win today. Buffalo Bills got a win today over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. After that, Sunday slate for next week already here. Guys, Eagles again versus my Dallas Cowboys. This is going to be a tough match to watch, but next week the Dallas Cowboys will be taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll be covering that game as well. Sunday Night Football next week, LA Rams, Buccaneers. We'll be watching that, and we'll be watching the 49ers and the Panthers as well. These two teams who are fighting right now. You guys might be looking at this matchup and thinking, that's not very cool. But when I show you this, and you look at the Panthers and the 49ers, both of whom got wins today, I mean, it's close right there. And so that's going to be a huge matchup as they fight for a spot in the playoffs right there. So Monday Night Football does have some drama next week as well. This Monday night matchup, tomorrow, I'll be covering the Dallas Cowboys and the Raiders, which may not be the most exciting matchup on earth, but it's Monday Night Football, and it's better than no football. So we'll be covering that game for Monday night. Detroit Lions taking the field. It's 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Commercial break is over. Here comes motion. Motion on the field, a snap and a play action. Goff will go to the right side, throws this one out to Amon-Ra St. Brown, and St. Brown will pick up 8 yards. This brings up a 2nd down and 2. Amon-Ra St. Brown from the 14-yard line gets it to the Detroit 22. It's 2nd down and 2. How about Detroit right now? Brock Wright is out there as the main tight end. Brock Wright is out there as your main tight end. We did talk about this. Remember, they are missing some folks out there on the Detroit Lions side of the football. 2nd down and 2 from the 22-yard line. Here's the snap. Goff looking to the right. He'll wind up and throw. Catch made in the backfield. Here goes Jahmyr Gibbs, and Gibbs will pick up 4 yards. That's good for Detroit Lions. 1st down. 1st down for Detroit. And the Lions will pick up a fresh new set of downs. Let's get this clock ticking once again. Oh, it's been ticking. Let's get it rolling. What's going on, Jeff Metterling? Welcome back. Edgar saying, go under pressure, under pressure. Doon, 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 doon. Here's the snap from the 26. Goff, a wind-up and a throw. The tip drill, that's intercepted. Here come the Lions, picked off by Cooper DeJean. And that's going to end up being a big 1st down inside the red zone. A turnover and a 1st down for the Eagles. 1st down, Philadelphia. The Eagles force a turnover here. Jared Goff's pass is tipped at the line of scrimmage by Davis. Great job of the defense here for Philadelphia, putting their hands up inside of Jared Goff's passing lane so you can't see. Hand goes up, it tips the pass. It's picked off by Cooper DeJean. Anyone could have had that one. It was a 50-50 ball. DeJean had track of it. Amon-Ra St. Brown lost it. It got picked off. Eagles football. 1st and 10. Eagles inside of Detroit Lions red zone here at the it's good right here at the 11-yard line. Eagles take over inside the red zone. Okay. From the 11, Philadelphia in a shotgun formation. Motion from A.J. Brown as he steps into the slot here. Waiting for the snap. There it is. Hands off. No. Fakes the handoff. Looks to the left-hand side. Gives it to A.J. Brown, who is going to be hit immediately there. Brought down by Harper after a 2-yard pickup. 2nd down and 8. Clock is ticking. The officials going to wind this thing up. Here we go. What's up, Anthony? Anthony Claudia saying right now, what's up, man? The Eagles are going to lose. Fumble, question mark? No, Matt. No, sir. Interception. But here we go. 2nd down and 8 in a pistol. Waiting for the snap. Here it is. Hands this one off to the left-hand side. This goes forward. Saquon Barkley gains nothing. Maybe, no, straight up nothing. 3rd down and 8 coming up now. Saquon Barkley stuffed right there, brought down by Barnes of the Detroit Lions with 10:18 left to go. Saquon, Jalen, AJ, and Devontae need to find a way to get some points here. And you know that Dan Campbell is looking to prevent that. 3rd down and 8. This time from the 9-yard line. Inside the red zone, empty backfield, Jalen Hurts by himself. Waits for the snap as the play clock hits about 3 seconds. There it is. He drops back. A wind up, a pitch, and this one, no grab there, no flag there. Intended for A.J. Brown. The pass is incomplete, and it brings up a 4th down and 8. Another huge stop here for the Detroit Lions. Looks like the field goal unit will be coming out now. 9 minutes and 47 seconds. Another super chat coming in right now saying, "Oh, those poor old putty tats." Nice. Did I do a Tweety? Did I do a good Tweety impersonation there? I was trying to go for that. Appreciate that, dude. Trying to do my best Tweety impersonation on the $2 super chat. Here comes the field goal. It's a 27-yard field goal attempt with the wind blowing to the left here, about 6-mile-an-hour gusts. The kick is up. The kick is good, but you can see slowly as that was starting to drag. You can imagine anything over 50 yards, you might have to definitely calculate for that. The field goal is up. The field goal is good. And the Eagles are the first to put points on the board. So the Eagles will open up this game on a field goal here. A short-range chip shot, 27-yard field goal. And we're going to get a change of possession. Eagles score. They will kick it back to the Detroit Lions. They will kick it back to the Detroit Lions. Okay, the red zone music needs to come off. We're no longer in the red zone. Commercial break, our first one here. Shout out to all of you guys. Let's go. Our goal for today's live stream, it's Sunday Night Football, baby. We are going to push today to get to 63. Can we do it? I do not know. I cannot do it without you, though. So just do me a favor, man. Don't even hit the button. Just stick around. Just stick around. 9:43 left to go in the first quarter of this game. You're watching Sunday Night Football here on Football Nation. My name is Mario. I am your host. I am honored and humbled to be here for you guys. I love doing this. I love seeing you guys in the chat as well, man. It is great. It is so nice to know that we've got a community that is being built right here, right now. Thuffer and Thuckatash. Okay, we're going to go with Looney Tunes right now. We're on a Looney Tunes kick right here. What's up, Doc? Anybody here named Bugs? Looks like Wahid saying, I am praying right now. Goff, please get 1 rushing yard. You have Goff for 1 rushing yard? That might not happen, dude. And if it happens, it'll be after a sack, which means he'll still have negative. Jared Goff is my brother. Jared Goof is my brother. I got you, bro. I got you, goofball. Perfect. Let's see. Goff, please get 1 rushing yard. Mistip, thank you very much. What is 100 out of 100 on 3rd down conversions? Barkley, gonna do good. Barkley has underperformed for a while, guys. The past couple of weeks have not been great for Saquon Barkley. What's going on, Space Explorer? Sherry is in the house. What up, Sherry? Born and bred Texan. Steelers fan here. What's going on, Sherry? Thanks for checking in. The Falcons suck, says Carl. Okay, Carl. Careful, we might have a few Falcons fans in the chat. Falcons fans might come out and poke you back, bro. Don't poke the bear. Or I guess in this point, don't poke the Falcon. Let's see. Here, I come to save the day, says Mark. What's up, Mark? Okay. Egghead Jr. from Foghorn Leghorn. I don't know if I can do that one. I don't even know if I can do a good Foghorn Leghorn. I kind of get that one crossed up with Elmer Fudd. I don't quite get that one right. I've done that before. Okay. All right. Commercial break is over. Thank you, chat, for carrying the team there, because I did not have anything thought out for that particular commercial break. Here is the kickoff return. Looks like Khalif Raymond going to bring it out to about the 21-yard line. Seriously, Thank you guys for keeping that chat going during that commercial break. 9 minutes and 38 seconds here left to go. 9:38 left to go. Detroit Lions now have the football. They're introducing the Philadelphia Eagles defense. We did this during our pregame. I can bring up that graphic once again. But right now, the Lions offense is on the field. It's 1st and 10 at the Detroit 21. This is the second possession of the day here for Detroit. Motion from Khalif Raymond as he goes to the top and comes right back. A snap and a handoff left side. Looks like Jahmyr Gibbs gets wrapped up for a loss on the play. This will bring up a 2nd down and 11 as the Lions go backwards on that one. Duff, thank you for gifting out the Football Nation membership, man. Let's go. At this point, I lost 4 costly games earlier, says something else. Can't go wrong with Foghorn Leghorn. I can't really do that big, thick, rich country Foghorn Leghorny accent, but I'm not going to do that with a crowd watching right now either. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers on the right. Motion from Brock Wright to the right. The snap comes in with 3 seconds on the play clock. Jared Goff gets wrapped up, and Goff is going to be sacked on the play. This is going to be a bag right there. Looks like it's going to be Jalen Phillips who makes the play, and they're going to call it holding here. That penalty will be declined. It's a 3rd down and 16. The penalty is declined, 3rd down and 16. Guts is what football is today. You know that, anybody old enough to remember that Nickelodeon show that was called Guts? And it was like the Olympics. Guts. 3rd down and 16 from the 15-yard line. Shotgun formation, trips to the right-hand side. Pressure coming in. Goff will wind up and deliver a pitch. This one nowhere near anybody. It brings up a 4th down and 16 and stops the clock with 8 minutes and 31 seconds here left to go. 4th down. King Henry saying, Guts. You know what I'm talking about, bro. You know what I'm talking about. 8:31. Here comes the punt team. The Detroit Lions unfruitful on this drive once again. The last drive ended in a turnover. Jared Goff threw an interception. This drive will end with a punt on 4th down and 16 from the Lions' own 15-yard line. So Fox gonna punt this thing away. And it's going to go way back here. Ooh, it actually takes a last-minute dip in the wind. Gets brought out to the 30-yard line, and it looks like Detroit will jump on it at about the 30. There's a flag on the play. This is going to end up being a holding penalty against the Eagles, I believe? Question mark? I think it's going to be a holding on the Eagles here. Holding on the receiving team. There it is. Holding. Receiving team. 10-yard penalty. Replay, or I guess no replay. It's still 1st down. It will be 1st down. 1st and 10. This just backs up the Eagles, guys. No change here. Nothing has changed. It just moves them from the 30 out to the 20. So the Eagles going to start this drive on the 20-yard line. That 55-yard punt becomes a 65-yard punt and goes down as the best play of the day for either side, offensively or defensively. The Lions send this back to Philadelphia, and the Eagles will start this drive on the 20. Geneva, New York saying Ahora. What's going on? We've got Cass G. Hose. Interesting. Saying, and I don't know if I said your name right, just saying the 2 letters BS. Lions need to warm up, says Roy Williams. Lions do need to warm up. They're going to have to figure it out, but they're going to have to warm up on the move, man. Joey Montoya saying the Animaniacs was fire. They sure were fire. We are the Animaniacs. Is Campbell still calling plays? Yes, Derek. Yes, he is. And I love Dan Campbell. Modest play calling today. I think that might be what you're getting after right now. Is Dan Campbell actually still calling the plays? Because this doesn't look like the kind of plays that he would normally be calling. He is starting off a little more reserved today. I do think they'll open up the playbook in the 2nd quarter. But, bro, this game is just getting started. I know it's 2 possessions that are empty-handed for the Detroit Lions. But, you know, it is what it is. DJ Jean saying thunder, 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 hope. Thundercats in the house. What up, dude? Notify saying we're closer to 63 than we are to 62. We sure are, no Daffy. I almost said no Daffy. Voltron in the house. I'm going crazy right now, guys. I'm sorry for goofing off. I know you guys are here for some serious play calling. We are in the middle of a commercial break. When we get back, it is 1st and 10 at the Philadelphia 20-yard line. The Philadelphia Eagles do have the football. We're just goofing. As they say in Reno 911, we're just new boot goofing. We're just new boot goofing. Ain't no Daffy in the club. Okay, I was about to go into a 50-cent breakdown piece right there, too. That's not going to happen either. No diggity. You guys are just dropping lyrics now. We're ready for tomorrow, says Only Fan. Only Fan 22? I'm ready for tomorrow as well. I am ready for tomorrow's game as well. Tomorrow is my Dallas Cowboys. I will not be wearing my tie or this, guys. I will be wearing my Dallas Cowboys jersey and my Dallas Cowboys chain. Just to be obnoxious. Here's a toss to the left-hand side. Saquon Barkley breaks this off for a 15-yard run to the left-hand side, and Saquon Barkley will do Saquon Barkley things. Tylen Burhost, thank you very much. 210 in the house. Let's go, dude. We got more people from San Antonio. What up, dude? Appreciate you. Robert Samora also in the house from the 210. I myself in the house from the 210. Let's go, guys. Let's do this. We'll ask where you guys are from in just a moment, but I appreciate that super chat, Tylen. This is going to bring up a 1st and 10 at the Philadelphia 34-yard line. Philly with the football. Philly on the move. 1st and 10 with 7:40 left to go. A look to the left. A pass to the left. Catch is going to be made. Looks like this time it is going to be Dallas Goedert, number 88, with the grab. Let's subtract a minute and start our clock. This will be a 7-yard pickup, 2nd down and 3. 2nd down and 3 out to the Philadelphia 41-yard line. Thank you very much again for that, Tylen. Appreciate you, bro. Let's go. Go Aguilas. The art of Tim Gore. Checking in. 2nd down. Philadelphia with the football. Philadelphia at the 41. Here is the snap. A handoff to the left-hand side, and this will be a 3-yard gain, maybe a 2-yard gain. It brings up a 3rd down and 1. So 3rd down and 1 at the Philadelphia 43. 3rd down. Again, we could be seeing a punt right here, or we could be seeing what is going to be the most obvious play of your life, and that's going to be a quarterback sneak. And if it's not a quarterback sneak and this doesn't work out, they're probably going to quarterback sneak, but we got a 3rd down and 1. Okay, 3rd and 1. This time at the 43-yard line. Eagles with the football motion. It's going to be a snap and a handoff to Saquon Barkley, who gets wrapped up for a loss of a yard, and Saquon goes backwards. It's a 4th down and 2. I don't know if the quarterback sneak will work here. The clock is still ticking here, and the Lions defense gets a stop. So 4th down and 2. Do you bring out the special teams and punt this one away, or do you go for it? Do you go for it? What do you do? Eagles probably should have used the tush push there. They probably would have got it. But it's a 4th down, and it looks like they are lining up to punt this one away. So 4th down and 2. They're going to play smart football here. Here's the snap. There is the boot. This one going to go off the left side of the shoe here, and it will be recovered at about the 12. 12 goes down at the 12. No gain right here. They're going to call it down at the 11, actually. So 1st and 10 after the change of possession. 1st down, Detroit. 5:36 left to go. First quarter still happening. This feels like it's been a long first quarter, doesn't it? But the score is 3-0. The Philadelphia Eagles with a 3-point lead over the Detroit Lions. Now, there are some graphics I have not shown you yet, so why don't I bring those up? It's not this. I will have to update this. But what I have not shown you yet is a quick head-to-head defensive comparison between these two teams. Now, the defense has been pretty good for the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions top 7 in yards allowed per game, top 10 in yards allowed, top 10 in rushing yards allowed, top 10 in turnovers forced, and top 5 in bags. Oh, you scared the crud out of me. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. So wife says it's time that you've worked hard enough today. Appreciate you. She brought me a beer. You are just on it today. By the way, I still have my hot tea. I have all my liquids now. I feel like I'm well taken care of. I mean, you changed this football onesie? Okay. Okay. Oh, I love that. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Philadelphia Eagles might need a beer after this game here. Philadelphia Eagles might need a beer after this game. The Eagles are up by 3, but their defense, according to the sheets here, on paper, are prone to giving up yards. They are prone to not being the most disruptive team defensively here, ranking 24th and 23rd in sacks and turnovers, respectively. Turnovers forced, respectively. I've also got this wide receiver comparison where we can take a quick look at how these wide receiver groups are broken down and what we should expect out of these wide receiver cores. Now, both of these teams rely heavily on the run. The Eagles relying, I don't know, I seriously only chop up the fact that the Eagles are winning games because they have played mid-teams. Honestly, it feels that way, but what do I know? Maybe I'm just hating because I'm a Cowboys fan.
I didn't use your card.
You didn't? No? Bye, buddy. I love you, baby man. Okay, one more time. Last time, and then he's going to go to bed. All right, anybody want to say bye-bye to baby boy? Baby boy's done for the night. He's going to say something. No?
He was going to.
It looked like he was going to. You going to say something? No? Okay, say bye to the people. Say bye, people. Bye, people. He's going to bed. Love you, little guy. Bye, people. Okay. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Here's the snap and a handoff to the top of the screen. This one is going to break for a 9-yard gain. Looks like Jameson Williams. 2nd down and 1 coming up after the 9-yard pickup. 2nd down and 1, clock is ticking. Okay, he's done for the night. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Let's bring up your drive charts once more, folks. Detroit Lions with the football. It's 2nd down and 1. Detroit Lions with possession right now. Let's see where they go here. Jameson Williams was the man on the last target, this time from the 21-yard line. Detroit on offense. A snap and a handoff. Looks like it's David Montgomery. Nice and shifty here through the lanes. Finds the gap and picks up about 6 on the play. That's good for Detroit Lions. First down. First down here for Detroit. Fresh new set of downs. Football out to the 27. Looks like there was an injury. Or is that Lane Johnson who's out for the game? He's going out to the locker room. That's not good for the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles might have just lost a player, folks. Just something to consider here. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter as the time is dwindling. I'm holding on to the script right here, but I can't tell you. Just kidding. Here's the snap from the 26-yard line. A little play action as Jared Goff will look to the motion man, and the catch made past the line of scrimmage here. That's going to be good enough for a first down. David Montgomery makes the catch. Good for 10. First down, Detroit Lions. Fresh new set of downs. Clock is ticking once again. This ain't stopping for anybody. The clock is hot. First season, John Morton as the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions. This team is 6-3. The Philadelphia Eagles are 7-2. Detroit on defense. Lions with the football. A 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. 37-yard line here on their own side of midfield. Lions, 37. 1st and 10, Goff surveys, finds a man. It's Jameson Williams across midfield, across past the 45, down at the Philadelphia 44. That's a 19-yard grab and another first down, Detroit. Lots of plays happening here quickly. Duff Lock, thank you for that $1 super chat, my friend. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Fist bumps to Duff Lock. Thank you, Duffy. Is it like the Duff beer from The Simpsons? Okay. 44-yard line. Detroit Lions now inside of Eagles territory. We're pushing this way here. From just past midfield, this is going to be a keep. Was that a direct snap to David Montgomery? It sure was. My eyes did not fool me there. David Montgomery got a direct snap on 1st and 10. Turned that into just a 2-yard pickup. It's a 2nd down and 8. Football now at the 42. Lions in Eagles territory at the Eagles 42-yard line. They are looking to score the first touchdown of this game. This is their 3rd drive of the contest in the first quarter alone. Back and forth action here. It's Sunday Night Football. From the 42-yard line, Jared Goff points into the defense once again. Motion from Brock Wright to the top of the screen. We now have trips at the top and one man alone at the bottom. Here's the snap, four-man rush. It's almost a blitz as one man is just kind of hanging around but not really putting any pressure on. This will be an incomplete pass. Goff still felt something here. Had to get rid of it. It brings up a 3rd down and 8. Incomplete pass. Good defense there by the Eagles, cutting off every option that Goff had available. So Eagles get a stop on 2nd down. It's 3rd down and 8 at the Philadelphia 42. Where do you go from here? This would be a very long field goal. This would be a 60-yarder from here. 3rd down and 8. Out of the shotgun, a snap and a handoff. David Montgomery gets wrapped up just at about the 40-yard line. It's 4th down and 6 with 2:10 left to go. 4th down and 6 coming up here. I think you got to punt, man. I know I asked myself what would Campbell do, but I don't even think Campbell's going to go for it here. 4th down and 6, you got to punt, dude. Right? Right? There's an injury on the field right now, folks. Let's stop the clock with 1:56. There is a down. Is that Penny Sewell? Who is down right now? Tate Radledge is down right now. Tate Radledge is out right now for this offensive line. KPPK, thank you very much, saying I just gave up cable and I love my Lions. Thank you very much right there, sir. Appreciate you. I appreciate your appreciation. And we are in the middle of a commercial break. We have a 4th down and 6 when we get back. The Lions are in the Philadelphia Eagles territory at the Philadelphia 40-yard line. KPPK, thank you very much for that one, dude. I will make sure to uphold your expectations here on this channel. CLB saying that Dan is a risk taker. CLB, Dan is definitely a risk taker. Dawn, welcome back, our first guest ever on the channel. Welcome in, Dawn. Appreciate you. Yeah, this woman. She was the coolest, by the way. Shout out to her. Appreciate you. Thank you for always being here, Dawn. Cheers to you. Commercial break. So everyone's aware. Injury timeout right now with 1:56 left to go. Okay, 1:56 left to go. This means that we have not exited the first quarter just yet. The Lions don't punt, says Bobby Light. The Lions might punt. They've already had to punt twice in this one. No, they've only had to punt once. They had the first one intercepted, so not great. I got Bates too, says N Master. Sipping on gin and juice, laid back with my mind on my money and my money on the mind. Hi, it's me, Shadow, that account that got hacked somehow, and I want, wait, what? You use mushrooms to fix your voice? Wait, what? What on earth are you talking about? Okay, I don't know what on earth you're saying. CB8042 saying, bro, you can talk. My guess is that's your polite way of saying, dude, STFU. Trust me, man, I'm well aware. When the camera's on, and I think that's your polite way of saying that. When the camera's on and people are checking in, let me ask you what sounds better, right? Maybe some guy who's doing what he's doing right now, or just this guy. One minute, 53 seconds. Fourth. I can't even do it, dude. I can't even do it. Like, that is, to me, I already put myself to sleep by not saying anything. So I got to keep the energy up. I know sometimes it's nice to give your ears a break. I try to do that from time to time. 4th down and 6 here for the Detroit Lions. They were never going to run the play. The injury timeout is over. We come back from this one. It's 4th down and 6. The Lions just looking to get the Eagles to jump off sides right here. This time they are unsuccessful in doing so. It does end up being a penalty, and it becomes a 4th down and 11. So now the Lions will definitely punt. Now the Lions will definitely punt. So 1:33 left to go. Let's stop the clock. 1:33 left to go. The clock no longer ticking here. And they've punched it back in. So now the clock is hot once again. Looks like a $10 super chat right now. Here comes the boot. This one going far, far away, and it will be a fair catch signaled at the 15-yard line. Xavier Gibson going to wrap that up. It's 1st and 10, Philadelphia. So 1:19 left to go here in the first quarter. Philadelphia gets the football back. Looks like mud and, what does that say, mud and munitions? Nice. Mud and munitions. What's going on there, man? He says, go Eagles, and God bless everyone. New subs live. Love the show from New York. Appreciate you there, Mud and Munitions. Cheers, brother. Cheers to you, my friend. Welcome, welcome, one and all. Okay, so if this is your first time ever checking out this channel, it might take a few times getting used to it, but I promise you're in a good place. 1st and 10 from the 15. The Philadelphia Eagles now have the football. A snap and a handoff to Saquon Barkley. Saquon to the 15, gets out to about the 20 before going down. Call that a pickup of 5. It gets the clock ticking. It's a 2nd down and 5. 2nd down and 5 as Saquon goes to the left. He's pushed out of bounds, or actually brought down there by Aiden Hutchinson and Brian Branch of the Detroit Lions defense, so that'll be a split tackle right there. 2nd down and 5 coming up, football at the 20-yard line after the Saquon Barkley 5-yard pickup. For the record, Saquon Barkley on 6 carries tonight only has 17 yards. The stats are right here for you. Here comes the play from the 20. On 2nd and 5, there's a snap and a handoff. Saquon Barkley getting wrapped up by his own offensive line. Cam Jurgens went backwards for whatever reason and ran into Saquon Barkley. It'll be a loss of 3, and it brings up a 3rd down and 8. Welcome to first downs, Date. Let's go, bro. Thank you very much, man. Could have sworn you were already one. I think this means that you've been in for even longer. Is that a additional right there? This should take us to the end of the quarter, guys. I don't think they're going to get a playoff right now. Yeah, they're definitely not even going to line up for it. They're just going to go ahead and walk down to the opposite side of the field. They're going to go ahead and walk off to the opposite side of the field here. We got a 3rd down and 8 coming up when we get back from this commercial break. The football at the Philadelphia 17-yard line. So Philadelphia hasn't even made it a quarter of the way up the field. We might end up with a punt. After 15 minutes of regulation football, we have a grand total of 3 points on what everyone was expecting to be a shootout. Instead, a very heavily defended game. Both defenses playing hard. Both defenses protecting their own end zones right now. Doing a good job. Have faith, Lions fans. We are a second-half team. Looks like 53% of this chat is going with the Detroit Lions. You guys still feel that way? Do you ever flex games, says LC Chi-Town. What does that even mean? Sam Cousins saying, hey, Mario, your stream last night helped me win most of my money lines today. Thanks. Dude, let's go, Sam. Not all of them, I'm sure, but for sure. Date giving out 5 Football Nation memberships. Cheers to you, sir. Appreciate that. Can't call yourselves Cowboys. Oh, my gosh. You know, that's the first time I've ever heard that, and I'm not even mad about it. I'm not even mad about it, bro. That's the first time I've ever heard that. And as a Dallas Cowboys fan, I'll allow it. I'll allow it because that was good there, LL Key 1 Whoa. That was good there. That was good. That was funny. Okay. Savage, but the Dallas Cowboys have no defense, so that plays. That's fair. Low 3202, thank you, my friend. Eagles are the best in the nation. Well, technically speaking, they are. They did win last year's Super Bowl, and they are this year's Super Bowl defending champions. So, no lie told there by People Hater. What's up with the pick'ems and the prizes, says DJ Gene. All will be revealed on Monday Night Football. Monday night, tomorrow night, I will reveal everything. We are still waiting for Michael Smith to claim his prize. Michael Smith, if you are watching this live stream, bro, I have pinged you multiple times. I hope you see this through the lens of someone who cares. I don't want you to lose your prize because it is listed in the rules and descriptions that if you don't claim your prize within the 7 days of winning them, you will lose your prize. You will forfeit that prize. We're going to raffle it off for someone else if you do not reply. I don't want to break your heart, so please, Michael Smith, if you are watching, please check your email and please message me back so you can get that backpack. Otherwise, that is going to be the consolation prize in Week 11 if nobody wins the $100 grand prize for the weekly pick'ems. Okay. Cool? Cool. The place to be saying, how do you do the pick'ems? Place to be. I normally drop a link. If you check out my website, www.footballnationusa.com, I will be updating that tonight after this game so that you can do Week 12 pick'ems. Week 11 is already closed. Week 12 will be coming up, and it'll be open as of Monday Night Football. Here's a 3rd down and 8, a wind up and a throw to the right-hand side. On 3rd down to open up the quarter, the pass is incomplete. It's a 4th down and 8. Roy Saari? Is it Saari? I don't know if I said that right. Roy, thank you for the super chat, dude. Let's go, brother. Appreciate that. That's a fist bump for you. It's a 4th down and 8, so the incomplete pass will stop the clock, and we are going to punt this thing away. Brandon Mann. Is it Brandon? Braden? Mann? Going to punt this one away. This guy going to punt it away. Braden Mann getting ready to punt this one off. Waiting for this one is Khalif Raymond. There is the boot. It'll be a 43-yard punt as that goes out of bounds at the 40 here. So 43-yard punt going out of bounds at the 40. Detroit Lions going to get the football now. Lions get the ball back. Well done by their defense. Thanks again, Roy. I appreciate that, dude. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Roy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope there's the groom. Wait, what? Punters. A good one. That's a good one out there. Do you really like that? Question mark. Do I like what? What are we talking about? Things move fast on this channel, guys. Things move fast. We're already on to the next one. It's 1st and 10. Detroit Lions, 39-yard line on their own side of midfield. Here's the snap. There is a handoff to the right-hand side. Looks like this will be a 4-yard. Call it a 5-yard pickup here. Wow. They'll mark it down as a 6-yard pickup. 2nd down and 4. Jahmyr Gibbs got the carry there. It's a 2nd down and 4 at the Detroit 45-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs today, not a great day for him. You can see that he's got 3 carries for just 8 yards. But here comes a 2nd down for these Detroit Lions. From the 45-yard line, Jared Goff is in a shotgun formation. 2 receivers at the top of the screen, and Williams is the man on the move. It's going to be a handoff again here, though, and this will be a 2-yard gain as Jahmyr Gibbs goes nowhere on the play. So 3rd down, and they're calling it 3rd down and 1 now. Joe Gibbs, NASCAR. That is true, Notify. No, Daffy. 2 and left. Whoa, that's super close. Hard stop right there, says something else. That was a hard stop for sure, man. He got pushed back, but it's a 3rd down and 1. It is a 3rd down and 1. And it looks like Goff is under center for this one. He will hand off to Gibbs. Gibbs going to lose his footing in the backfield, and Gibbs goes down with no gain. This will bring up a 4th down and 1. And it looks like it might be another punt. No, you go for it here. It's 4th down and 1. Dan Campbell ain't doing that. Campbell going to line up for this one. 4th down and 1 at the Detroit 48. You know he's going for it. Detroit on their own 48-yard line. They are lining up to do this right now. Here's the snap. It's a handoff. A good run, but it gets stopped as he runs into a brick wall. And Jahmyr Gibbs is stuffed on 4th down. I think this is a turnover on downs. They're going to take a quick look at this. Let's see what the officials say. They will point this way. 1st down, Philadelphia. And you live and die by those 4th down conversions, man. Right now, it did not work out, and the Eagles will take over in Detroit Lions territory with 13 minutes left to go in the first half of this one. An unsuccessful 4th down conversion, and the Eagles get the football back. They might get another field goal. You never know. You never know. Flex games like TV, when another game is on at the same time, that's more interesting. You can change the game. Flex games. I see what you're saying, like how YouTube TV has the 4 games up at a time. Yeah, that's true. I could. I mean, okay, so people have been spitballing this for a while. People have been asking me to do like a version of Red Zone on Sundays. And there's no question that I can talk fast enough and process fast enough to get the information out, but I don't know how I would prep it as far as a graphical interface is concerned. Would I have 12 individual scoreboards? Like, how do I keep all of that going contingently? It's a really good idea, but the implementation, I believe, is a little more complex than some people I guess know or maybe care to admit. There's a lot, right? There's a lot that goes into it. Too early to be going for it on 4th down on your own side of the field, says Tommy. Yeah. Please don't let the invisible fire get my friend. Wait, what? Dete, that works too. I hear you. Yeah, man. Get a producer for sure. For sure. Kevin saying you talk too much as it is, Mario. I know, Kevin. I know. Could you imagine if I did Red Zone? Okay, hi, Nguyen saying Mario for Red Zone. I'm in. Maybe if we do a spin-off channel here for Football Nation, Santino might be able to cover one of those 12 o'clock games, and I would end up doing the other ones. No excuses, says Edgar Vasquez. It was basically on the 50. That's fair, Cass. That's fair, dude. Yeah, that's fair. It was basically on the 50. Dan introducing a new concept to the game. Go for it. No matter what. Go for it. Go for it. No matter what. Okay, shake and bake. All right, folks, let's get back to the action here. Let's get back to the action. Looks like the Detroit Lions have punted the football over to the Philadelphia Eagles. I need to drink and consume what is in one of these cups so I can pour this out. I don't want to drink like that. That's not. Okay, 1st and 10. 13:02 on the clock. Philadelphia Eagles with the football at the Detroit 48. So inside of enemy territory, the Philadelphia Eagles have it now. It's a 1st and 10 on the Detroit 48. Marching towards Detroit's end zone out of the single back formation. Hurts will take it. Hurts lays this one out. A deep shot upfield. It does reach the end zone. That pass incomplete, though. Deep shot upfield. Looks like it was intended for Devontae Smith. And those are the kinds of plays that Smith loves right there. Those are those deep shots. A.J. Brown can definitely be more of a slot receiver, but your wideout is probably, I don't know. I like them both, but this has been a rough year for both of them, honestly. That is true, no, Daffy. That is true. It's mind over bladder. Mind over bladder. Notify. I called you no Daffy again. Here's the snap. Dropping back, looking left, throwing left. This shot gonna be incomplete, intended for Dallas Goedert. Another incomplete pass today. Jalen Hurts is 3 of 10, bro. This is awful. Jalen Hurts is 3 of 10 today. What? Are you for real? That is bad. Jalen Hurts cannot find anybody at this point. It's a 3rd down and 10 with 12:50. Still on the same place that they started at the Detroit 48-yard line. Eagles with the football. Can they convert a 3rd down? A lot of motion here on the defensive side for the Detroit Lions. They are showing blitz. They do bring the house. Here's a shot upfield. This pass incomplete. No flags. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. It's 4th down and 10, and this is no man's land. We're going to get another punt. More punts than points in this game. It is punt practice, man. It is punt practice. I love punting, says Todd Tier. Uncle Rico would be a better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers. Well, I heard Aaron Rodgers got injured today. I heard Jalen Warren was injured today. I heard a few people had to come off the field today. Devon Achane almost got hurt in the first game this morning. 12 minutes and 46 seconds left to go. From the 48-yard line, here's a long snap, and here's the boot. Going to send this back to the Detroit Lions. Lions signal a fair catch. It'll be down at about the 21. Would have been just the same. Would have been just the same to kick that through the back of the end zone. There's a flag on the play with 12:38. The Philadelphia Eagles just punted this over to the Detroit Lions. There's going to be a, what do they say, a face mask right here on the kicking team or the receiving team. Waiting for the call. The wind is picking up pretty good here. Those flags waving right now. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Okay. So it's going to be a face mask against Trotter Jr. against the Philadelphia Eagles. There is the call. Face mask against Philly. And the Detroit Lions are going to start this drive on the 35. So it's a 1st and 10. The Philadelphia Eagles just punted this away, committed a face mask on the play. It happened at the 20-yard line, and so this will be a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It will be a 1st and 10, and the Detroit Lions will take this thing over when we get back from this commercial break. So nothing happening at the moment. Beppardy saying, Todd Tier, another trash primetime game, says LJ Cardenas. Yeah, we're here for it, dude. We are here for it, LJ. Gotta work with what we get. And tomorrow's is much better with the Raiders and the Dallas Cowboys. It's going to be fire, bro. 1st and 10. Two teams that got nothing to play for at this point. A snap and a handoff to the left-hand side. There goes David Montgomery. Montgomery will pick up about 4 yards on it. Okay. I want to ask you guys realistically in the chat, not to do with this game, but really dig down. Really dig down here. Don't just instantly roast my boys. What is the real statistical probability that the Cowboys can make the postseason in 2025? I'm going to leave that there for you guys. You guys can fight about that in the chat. 2nd down and 6 coming up right now for the Detroit Lions, who have the football on their own 39-yard line. Here's the snap, looking right, throwing right. Brock Wright going to make the catch out here. He'll pick up about 4 more yards on 2nd down and 6. It brings up a 3rd down and 2. 20%, a lot of zeros I see. Couple 20s, 25%. I think that 20% might actually be close to it, but that window is closing quickly here. Negative numbers, says the Mr. Mojo. 39.75. Love it. The more arbitrary the number, the better, bro. The more 11:30, shotgun formation, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. Here's the snap from the 43-yard line. Jared Goff on 3rd and 2 delivers a rocket, and the rocket launcher delivers it right past Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's a 4th down and 2, and another punt in this game. Another punt in this game. Mark saying -20. Country saying I'd say 20 to 25. Honestly, that might even be a little high. As a Dallas Cowboys fan, and again, I'm literally just throwing a number out there, I'd say the Cowboys have a 12% chance. They went for it! A direct snap? No! The Lions tried to do a fake punt right now, and the Lions will fail on the conversion. So, it's a turnover on downs. The Lions lined up for a punt on 4th down and 2 at the Detroit 43. On their own 43-yard line for the 2nd time in this contest, the Detroit Lions have tried to convert a 4th down on their own half of midfield. It was a direct snap to Stewart, and Stewart went up the middle. Oh, man. And it just did not work out. So, why they tried to do that, I don't know. Bad play right there, but it did not work out. Instead, the Eagles get a stop. It's 1st and 10, and the Eagles get the football at the 43. 1st and 10, Philadelphia, inside of Lions territory. And the Lions, they went off and did it again, man. Gosh darn it, dang nabbit, those Detroit Lions. Those darn Detroit Lions just don't know what's good for them. Those guys, I'm telling you, going for it no matter what. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. I'm trying to think of funny things where you could – what are some funny things you could say go for it? That could be dangerous. That could be dangerous. That's a pretty good funny skit. I could do something like that if I could get some go for it things. Foghorn, I say Foghorn Leghorn. What is the Dallas Cowboys record? What, 3-5-1? Cowboys are 3-5-1, 3-6-1, I think 3-6-1. I got it right here, actually. Dallas Cowboys record. Someone asking right now what the Cowboys record is. Dallas Cowboys are 3-5-1 heading into this week against the Las Vegas Raiders. Here comes a $2 super chat. More defense on Cowboys. Oh, no, sir. Okay. Lions are giving the game, says William White. I'll leave the super chat there. Thank you for the $2 super chat. I do try to keep it as family friendly as possible. Sometimes these super chats slip through right there. Is that Cal? Kalinas, thanks for checking in, Cal. Says, yeah, I can't read that one. I can't read it. I appreciate you. I can't read that one out there, though. That's good. So, cheat sheet says LC Chi-Town. I got my cheat sheet here. I gotta make sure I always got my cheat sheets here. Those are important. This Campbell doing this for his ego, says Rafael Rodriguez. What's going on, Lenny? Thanks for checking in. Lions don't always play like this. Yuck. Let's talk about how gross that actually is. The Detroit Lions in the first half have yet to get 100 yards. Looks like the Eagles are in the same boat. Here's a snap. It's going to be a handoff to Saquon. A little spin move there. Saquon going to pirouette his way forward for an 8-yard pickup. It's a 2nd down and 2. Let's get the clock ticking once again. 2nd down and 2. This moves the football out to the Detroit 35. By the way, the Eagles took over in Detroit Lions territory because Dan Campbell is too aggressive. Dan Campbell went for it twice in his own half of the field on 4th downs. It did not work out. Eagles 3, Lions 0. 2nd down and 2, a snap and a handoff. Saquon Barkley on 2nd down and 2 will pick up 3, and this will end up being a 1st down, Philadelphia. Damn, do I even remember how does that, I don't know how to do 1st down anymore. It's been so long. We've just had so many punts. 1st down? No? 1st down? 1st down. 1st down, Philadelphia Eagles. Looking for something in this game, people. We're looking for some sign of life out of these two teams. Philadelphia Eagles, 1st and 10. From the Detroit 32-yard line, a shotgun formation. 2 receivers on the left-hand side, 2 receivers on the right. Motion on the field from Devontae Smith. Here's the snap, looking left, throwing. It's up in the air. The tip drill finds its way safely down to the ground. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 with 9:54. This does stop the clock. Here we go. So the clock is stopped with 9:54. It's a 2nd down and 10, football at the Detroit 32. This is field goal range for the Philadelphia Eagles, but I think they're looking for 6, not for just 3. Eagles trying to find an answer here. The Detroit Lions defense looks like they're in a balanced formation. I see 5 guys on the line. Here's some motion as the entire linebacker core shifts to the right. A wind up and a throw, and a catch is made by A.J. Brown. Grab is made, but it's going to be a loss of a yard. So A.J. Brown makes the grab, will lose a yard, and if you're a full-point PPR player, you just got a point regardless, which is why I think PPR is crazy. But this brings up a 3rd down and 11 as he goes backwards to the Detroit 32. Looks like that's definitely more like the Detroit 33 or even the Detroit 34. 3rd down and 11 from the 33 is where the football has been placed. Empty backfield on 3rd down. Hold the phone here, folks. Here's the snap and a scramble. It's going to be a run. Looks like Jalen Hurts going to take a big hit. He spins, landing on top of a Detroit Lions player. He did not go down. This will be good enough for a 1st down, Philadelphia. 1st down for the Eagles with 9 minutes here left to go. Saquon Barkley did not get the carry. This was a Jalen Hurts run. Hurts took a big hit. He landed on top. Ooh, the knee is down there. Ooh, the knee is down there. The officials stop the clock here. This might pull them back. They are at the 21-yard line, not at the 17. It is still a 1st down. He did pick up enough. So either way, okay. So he went down after picking up the 1st down, almost made a very impressive play and got some extra yardage there. But he did get tackled. He was brought down by Rocky Yassin. This ends up being a 17-yard scramble for Jalen Hurts, and the football is now placed on the Detroit 21. Eagles, 1st and 10 on the 21-yard line. Break! So the players now lining up. We've got a shotgun formation. 2 receivers right, 1 on the left. Here's the snap. There's the handoff. This time up the gut from the 21. Looks like he'll carry this down to about the 18-yard line. It's a 2nd down and 7 after a 3-yard gain here for Saquon Barkley. Barkley gets the carry. Barkley now up to 9 carries today, just 31 yards, so not a great one. It looks like it's cold out there, says D777 Mac. Not the red zone, the dead zone. Well, we are inside the red zone. Thank you for reminding me. Let's get the jams on. 2nd down and 7. Devontae Smith to the left of Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley to the right. He will swing to the left. He'll get wrapped up and drop for a tackle for loss. And Alex Anzalone with a big defensive play on 2nd down and 7. That's a loss of 8. A tackle for a loss. It brings up a 3rd down and 15. Alex Anzalone will meet up with Saquon Barkley and drop him 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That's a loss of 8. It's a 3rd down and 15. Great play by Anzalone on the left side of the field. Saquon Barkley going backwards. If you're a Saquon Barkley fantasy owner, you might be sweating a little bit here. 3rd down and 15. Shotgun formation. Philadelphia Eagles all the way out to the 26-yard line now, looking to the left, winding up and pitching. The catch is made back inside the red zone, but down goes Brown, and it's going to bring up a 4th down and 5. 4th down and 5 after the 10-yard grab by A.J. Brown moves the football to the Detroit Lions' 16-yard line, but it does bring up 4th down. So 4th down coming up, folks. It's a 4th down and 5, and the Eagles are lining up to go for it. Do they actually go for it, or do they just try to get them to jump off sides? 4th down and 5. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Play clock down to 7. We do have motion here. And it looks like that is going to be Dallas Goedert. Looks like whistles coming in. And this is going to be a timeout called right here. First timeout taken of the day, folks. Philadelphia Eagles call the first timeout. So this does stop the clock with 6:05. 4th down and 5. I say go for a field goal here. It makes no sense to try to do this. I say go for the field goal here. It makes no sense to try and do this here. Pink is in the stand. Mike Trout is in the stand. Pete Davidson out there watching this game. Na 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 na. I'm gonna start a fight. It's a fun song. Okay. It's a 4th down. 4th down here, lining this thing up. 34-yard field goal attempt, taking a step off to the side here. It's a 34-yard attempt. There's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, the kick is good, and the Eagles make this a 6-0 game. Eagles with the field goal, they will put 3 points on the board. So, 6-0. 6-0 here. And, it's still anybody's game. Nobody has separated from the other one. It's still a one-possession game. I'm not worried for the Detroit Lions at this point. I am a little concerned that the offense can't get in the same they're not on the same page. They're not on the same rhythm right here. Feels like one team, one side, one player is in 3-4 time, and the other player's in, I don't even know, 5-7, so that's just not going to work. Notice how I didn't say 6. Okay, 1 touchdown. What's up, Greek? Greek is in the house. What's going on, man? Yeet, yeet, skeet, skirt. Skirt, skirt. What is that? I can't remember the name of the song. Anyways, both teams are trash, says the Mr. Mojo. Glad you didn't, says American Silver Eagle. Laporta is that important to the offense, says Chaka whatever. I had not given that thought. That's a really good – that's – what Chaka whatever said right now. Yeah, I can agree. I can agree with that. Now, Someone at the beginning of this stream said that this is going to go down to whoever has the most rushing yards in this game, to whoever the better rushing team is. I will say the Eagles have 25%, actually 33% more rushing yards right now than the Detroit Lions. So that is actually still holding up. However, when you factor in that it's 41 rushing yards to 31 rushing yards, that is a 33% gain over the Detroit Lions for the Philadelphia Eagles. But it sounds a lot better in percentages. It's more percentages than points or yards themselves. 41 rushing yards today for the Eagles, 31 rushing yards today for the Lions. The Eagles just kicked a field goal. When we get back from the commercial break that we are currently in, the Lions will be getting the football back. Rushing yards? Da, my friend. Nastrovia. Any Russians in the house? Curious. Yes, comrade, Russian yards. I am Russian. I fear nobody. The dark is scared of me. I don't know. That's a terrible Russian accent, bro. That's a terrible Russian accent. My accent is trash. Please do not hate me for that terrible accent, bro. That was so bad. Montgomery stats. Dave Clifton, I've got them right here for you, my friend. Literally where my hand is, these are David Montgomery stats. By the way, guys, these stats over here, you can put your fingers on the screen and you can actually zoom in on that. It'll give you better visibility if you just zoom in. You can see the numbers a lot more clearly here. So, Jake Elliott gonna kick this one off. You know what? You know what's happening right now, guys, with the Lions fans? It's because the home logo, or the logo here is just too small. Let's blow it up. Let's see if that makes them a little more formidable. Here's the kickoff and the return out to the 26-yard line. Some people have their superstitions. I'm blowing up the Lions logo just a little bit here to see if these Detroit Lions can get some gas in them. You never know. You never know. Okay. Niet, Soviet, saying Steve Zook. Well, Mario, that was pretty sad. I know, dude. That was a terrible accent, bro. I'll work on it. I can and will do better. 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Commercial break is over. We're done goofing off here, folks. Back to the action. It is Eagles on defense. A pass that's going to be deflected at the line of scrimmage again. Jared Goff not getting the pump fakes out. He is committing to the very first pass, and that's the second pass deflection today at the line of scrimmage for Davis, having done a fantastic job. So Davis 2 times has gotten his hands up on the football and broken up a pass today. The first one resulted in a Cooper DeJean interception. The second one here, incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. It's a 2nd down and 10 for the Detroit Lions from the 26-yard line, a single back formation. It's a play action. The blitz coming in, a wind up and a throw. Amon-Ra St. Brown across the 50, out to the 40, across midfield, 34 yards, and a 1st down. Detroit, the Lions will pick up a fresh new set of downs, and that is going to bring up a 1st down. That should have been a 2nd and 10. My apologies. 2nd and 10. Doesn't matter. 34-yard grab right there for Amon-Ra St. Brown as he goes to the left-hand side. Football at the Philadelphia 40-yard line. Can the Lions cap off this drive from the 40? Single back formation, trips on the left-hand side. Motion from Amon-Ra St. Brown once again as he goes to the top. Here's a little play action. Goff going to wind up and sling it. Catch is made. Looks like to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone. Touchdown, Jameson Williams. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. And we get points on the board. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. There is a flag on the play, I believe, after the touchdown. It could be unsportsmanlike conduct or something dumb like that, but this should be a touchdown here. This should be a touchdown for Jameson Williams. Let's find out what the penalty is. I hope it doesn't get called back. It was Williams with excessive celebration here. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Lions. It's a 15-yard penalty. Here comes the extra point attempt from extra far. So it's a 48-yard extra point attempt because of that penalty 48-yard extra point attempt because of that 15-yard penalty. Okay, so the 23-yard extra point attempt becomes a 48-yarder. And we'll get rid of this flag right now. Lining this thing up now from the left. Bates now has a long way to go with a lot of wind in this one. You can literally see trash blowing across the field. They're wearing green jerseys and call themselves the Eagles. No, I'm kidding. This field goal is no good. I guess the only one who's trash right now is Bates, who misses the extra point attempt. The extra point attempt is not successful here. And this will end up being a kickoff. We're all tied up, guys. We are all tied up right now. Notify saying, bruh. Guys, I'm a Cowboys fan. I have to twist a little bit of the knife right there. Got to give him the old twist right there. Trash refs. It's okay. Great try there, kicker, says something else. The missed extra point attempt. We are all tied up 6-6 right now. It has not been breaking in the Lions' way. Twice they have decided to go for it on 4th down on their own side of midfield. Both times they ended up losing possession. And here we go with an extra point attempt. Because Jameson Williams couldn't control himself on the touchdown, that cost the Detroit Lions the lead, and we are tied up 6-6. Now, you could blame Jake Bates for missing that one. It should not have been a 43-yard field goal. It should have been a 48-yard field goal. It should have been a 23-yarder. But they're lining up for kickoff now. So the Lions lining up for kickoff one time. Back dude up with Cairo Santos after the game-winning. By the way, they literally need to have an extra player on the field to hold the football because the wind is literally blowing the football off the tee. So maybe let's not get 15-yard penalties right before the extra point attempt. Here's the return out to the 36-yard line. This will be a solid return. It's 1st and 10 for the Philadelphia Eagles. First down, Philly. Philly at the 36. We will have a trivia quiz at halftime. We are approaching the 2-minute warning as well. J-Mo's still a little boy saying the blue potato chip. Wonder if that's any good. Okay, the NFL achieved their goal of extra points not being guaranteed when they moved the spot back, says Northern DC. That's fair. That's a fair analysis. 5 minutes here left to go. Philadelphia Eagles with the football. Jalen Hurts, empty backfield. Jalen Hurts, empty backfield. Here comes motion from Saquon Barkley. The drop back looking the opposite way, though. The wind up in the pitch. The catch is caught here by the pass is caught here by A.J. Brown, and this will be a 9-yard gain on 1st and 10. It becomes 2nd down and 1. 2nd down and uno. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. I always hated that they did that on that Offspring side, on that Offspring song. Give it to me, baby. The song is fine, right? Here's the snap. The blitz coming in. A wind-up and a throw to the left-hand side. Grant Calcaterra makes the grab about, we'll call that 3 yards out. That's good for a first down. First down, Eagles. First down, Philadelphia. Anyways, I didn't care about the rest of the song. I literally only cared about the intro where he says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. You can't say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why not just whatever? Anyways, here we go. 1st and 10. Pistol formation. A handoff to the left side. This will be Saquon Barkley with a little spin move. Saquon Barkley brings this one out to the 46-yard line. It's a 2nd down. 2nd down and 5. Won't talk about Offspring right now. Has nothing to do with this football game. My brain, in case you're wondering, I probably have undiagnosed ADHD. I don't know, man. I really don't know. All I know is that I'm having a lot of fun right now, and I am very glad that you folks are with me. Shotgun formation. 46-yard line. Dropping back, looking right. A wind-up, a pitch, a catch. That is going to be on the right side. That's good for a first down, and it is Jahan Dotson for the Philadelphia Eagles who do pick up the first down. Who does pick up the first down. The Philadelphia Eagles, first down here, moves the football out to the Detroit 37. Darian saying, it wouldn't surprise me at Football Nation It wouldn't surprise me either, bro. It seriously would not surprise me. Oh, that's a fumble, and that is going to be recovered by Saquon Barkley. 2nd down and 5 quickly becomes 3rd down, and what is this? Was that first? What just happened here? That one went backwards. It's saying 2nd down and 13. I thought it was 3rd down. I must be losing track of my counter here. 2nd down and 13 is what I've got on my TV screen. We're going to run with it, folks. We're going to run with it. Fumble Ruski recovered there by Philadelphia. 2nd down and 13 at the 40-yard line. Pistol formation. A snap, a handoff. Saquon Barkley. Oh, that's not Saquon. They're going to the right-hand side. This is going to be a solid game, and Tank Bigsby gets out to the 23. Mr. Bigsby for 17 yards. Okay. 2nd down and 13. I think 17 yards is enough for a Philadelphia Eagles 1st down. 1st down for Philly. Jalen didn't place it in the belly. Make a move, says KC Dacking. Detroit should be ashamed, says Daniel Wilson. Hey, they're playing the defending Super Bowl champs. Got to give respect where it is due. I like to tease from time to time. We'll stop the clock as we hit the 2-minute warning. Clock is stopped. 2-minute warning. When we get back, we'll have 2 minutes left in this first half. It'll be a 1st and 10 as the Eagles march on Detroit territory. They are at the Detroit 23-yard line. You can see it down below, guys, getting close to pay dirt. It's right there for you. This is not the same Eagles team. No respect given, says Bonito Smurf. Okay, Bonito. Rock and roll. Worst game ever, says the Mr. Mojo. I don't know, man. We've covered some pretty bad games on this channel, dude. Hello to everyone out here. Looks like Doris is saying, does Mario seem a bit buzzed tonight? I always watch him. He is great. Our announcer seems a bit buzzed tonight, says Doris. Well, my first drink of the night was this can of beer that is about this full right now. About this full. So, let's see. I don't understand, Doris, but I'm glad you're here. Thank you for watching. Hello to the chat. Looks like Guru Nada Gaming. Guru Nada Gaming checking in, saying hello to the chat. Halftime, baby. It's close. Who gets second? Okay, so second half kickoff. Second half kickoff. By the way, you know, in your defense, I've literally had this much of a peanut butter sandwich today. So I think a half a beer, considering I'm a lightweight now, might actually be enough to get me feeling funky. Viva la raza, dices Notify. Appreciate you. Thank you, Gary. Cheers to you. Let's see. Lions got the ball. Last week was bad, Mario says. Last week was a little silly. Last week was definitely different. Halftime, your baby dressed as a football. Also, earlier games. No, Sammy is in bed right now. It's 7:48, or excuse me, 8:48, 8:43. And, yeah. The Mr. Mojo saying zooted. Cheap date, says Bobby Light. Yeah, dude. Definitely a cheap date for sure. What are you, a cop? Are you a cop? Alrighty, folks. Let's get back to the action. 2-minute warning is upon us. We've got a shotgun formation. 2 receivers on the left-hand side and 1 man to the right. Saquon Barkley standing to the right side. Motion on the field. It's going to be a handoff, and it looks like not Saquon Barkley, but Tank Bigsby gets the carry. Tank Bigsby out to about the 16-yard line. This brings up, looks like a 2nd down. So 1st and 10 becomes 2nd down and 3 after a 7-yard gain from Tank Bigsby on the right-hand side. Moves the football to the Detroit 16-yard line. 1:38 left to go here in the first half. The football now on the right hash for this Philadelphia Eagles team. How do you like the pick'em so far? It's a good question. The pick'ems have been all right so far. I'm okay with taking the Detroit Lions in this game. Here's a 2nd down and 3. The Philadelphia Eagles inside the red zone. Fakes the toss, will wind up and throw. A.J. Brown down at the 6-yard line. Call it the 5. It's a 1st down, Philly. 1st down for the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's go ahead and get into our red zone music here. Guys, we've also been live since 7 a.m. today, so at some point you mentally hit a wall where, honestly, all the plays start running together and you start to seriously, it's just like driving fatigue. It's the same thing. You get football fatigue. We're 14. We're creeping up on 13 hours right now. Not complaining, just letting you know. Shotgun formation. Here's the snap on 1st and goal to the left-hand side. Saquon Barkley will dive. I think he's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! And the Eagles will score a touchdown now. This will stop the clock. 12 points now. The Eagles take a 6-point lead. Eagles take a 6-point lead. Here's the replay. Saquon diving. Oh, he may not get that. This could be a 1st and goal. They might bring this back. Oh, Saquon's body was laying down maybe right before. We might get a tush push. Folks. This is now being reviewed. All scoring plays are reviewed right now. So 29 seconds left to go. Let's see what they have to say. No Daffy saying that they are looking at it. It's hard to say because A.J. Brown is right in front. A.J. Brown is in front of the camera, so he's literally, we're looking at this and you're trying to see this play. This is the play, right? This is the play. You guys are trying to see what's going on back here with A.J. Brown in front. Jewel saying you're a marathoner. We are. So, commercial break. 29 seconds here left to go. 29 seconds here left to go in the first half. We will find out what the result of this one is. In the meantime, I got to take the 6 points off the board for now. So we'll take the 6 points off the board. There's a possibility that this touchdown will stand. There's also a possibility that this touchdown will not stand, and the Philadelphia Eagles will have to do another play here. But that's okay, because 1st and goal, 2nd and goal, we're like a yard out. You know this is where Jalen Hurts loves to thrive. Let's see. Looks like TM saying reverse. It was on the line. It had to cross it right. No. All it needs to do is break the plane. So, for instance, that was loud. I knew that was going to happen. I need to bring up this graphic here. So, all you need to do, question mark, fake announcement, says Country. All you need to do is get to the line. If the nose of the football just barely passes the plane right here, all it needs to do is touch the line. It doesn't need to actually go past the line in order for it to be a touchdown. If you break the plane, you score, you put 6 points on the board. From the sub-teacher comedy bit. Is that a thing? Fake announcement, question mark? I don't know if I have a fake announcement. Should I make one? Easy tush push, says John Boy. That's what I'm saying. Call on the field is a touchdown, says I am David. I don't see the call just yet, folks. The ruling on the field was a touchdown, but because this is now being reviewed, they have actually rolled the points off of both CBS and ESPN. Neither ESPN or CBS has confirmed right now this Jalen Hurts rushing touchdown. You guys can see that for yourselves out here on the right-hand side. Jalen Hurts, no rushing touchdown confirmed just yet, and this is ahead of my actual TV screen by like a play or two. If we come back, it should be a Saquon Barkley touchdown, but still. After review, the runner was short of the goal line. It will bring up, looks like a 2nd down and goal. So after review, it's a 2nd and goal here from about a half a yard out. We know what's coming. Watch a false start. Let's see if the officials officiate this one with a false start. No touchdown. Here we go. Hurts under center. There's the snap. A pretty obvious tush push. And, of course, it's going to be in. There is the touchdown. Let's pick a different touchdown noise. I don't remember which one I picked. Let's go with this one. No, let's go with this one. Yeah, you guys are right. I need new songs. I need new songs for sure. Should probably write this down. So, watching the tush push, definitely looked like another false start. That was not, maybe not on this one. That might have been actually done properly. Anyways, Touchdown goes in. Here comes the extra point attempt. Reset this, reset that. Looks like we've got about 16 seconds left to go in the first half of this game. Detroit Lions with 3 timeouts remaining. Philadelphia Eagles with 2 timeouts remaining. Here comes the extra point. The snap, the hold, the kick, it's up, it's good, and the score is 13-6. 13-6. Woot woot, says I am David. Use LMFAO. I can't, dude. I would, TM Martin, but that goes down as copyright, and I can't show it. Good game, or I can't even put the audio. I've actually been pulled for audio. I had a couple of games last season. No, it was from 2 years ago when I first started the channel. During the wild card round, I played the Pokemon theme song while doing a compilation of like the quarterbacks who were in the postseason. And obviously, you know, I want to be the very best like no one ever was. Like, duh, you know, it made sense for me. I put that song up, and it took 2 years. But last week, YouTube said, hey, we are going to demonetize this video because you put a song on here that is whatever. I was like, what, 2 years later? For real? Yes, they did that. So I don't want to deal with that. 16 seconds here left to go. We're about to get a kickoff. My voice is starting to go here as well, guys. Voice is starting to go here as well. Going to do our best to make sure it stays. Another cough drop, more water. Here's a kick through the back of the end zone. It looks like the Lions are going to start this drive on the 35 with 16 seconds here left to go. Probably not much hope for a touchdown, but field goal is a possibility here from the 35. Only time for ESPN is on ABC football, says Roy Williams. Jacob, notify. There's the knee. We go to a commercial break. Hi, you might not remember, but need Gibbs to score. What's going on, Maxine? Maxine sells Miami. Thanks for checking in, Maxine. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you, and we do go to halftime, folks. So thank you for the super chat. I hope Jahmyr Gibbs scores for your sake. Unfortunately, in fantasy football, Maxine, I'm kind of playing against Jahmyr Gibbs. I hope we can still be friends. Okay, let's go back to our halftime show. Let's do our trivia quiz. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to do our trivia quiz where I ask you a series of questions. We are going into halftime. 13 minutes on the board. We're going to start the clock, and we're going to ask 10 questions. No penalties for wrong answers. Let's just have some fun. Question number 1, guys. The Detroit Lions are currently leading which division? You should know this one. Super simple question right here. Is it the NFC East, the NFC South, or the NFC North? What division are the Detroit Lions in? A, B, or C? Okay, I see you guys coming in confidently over here for the Detroit Lions. I see you guys coming in confidently for the Detroit Lions. It is the NFC North with the Vikings, the Bears, the Packers, and the Lions. Right now, the Lions lead the division. Right behind them, though, we do have the Green Bay Packers. Actually, it's the Chicago Bears, followed by the Green Bay Packers, which is a wild situation that the Bears are second in the division. Here we go, guys. Question number 2. Who or what is the name of the Eagles' home field? What is the name of the Eagles' home field? Is it Lincoln Financial Field? Is it Allegiant Stadium? Or is it Soldier Field? A, B, or C? Another easy question. You guys should be able to get this one right. Not leading, though, says Sasha Savisha. The answer here, folks, easy question. Lincoln Financial Field. It's a Philly thing, guys. Lincoln Financial, just I guess depending on what part of the country you live in, you may or may not bank with Lincoln Financial or do, financial services with Lincoln Financial. But I'm pretty sure they're on that upper echelon of people that need to have a ton of money. Let's move on to question number 3. How far was Jahmyr Gibbs' longest run this season entering today's game? Was it a 72-yarder, a 75-yarder, or a 78-yarder for Jahmyr Gibbs? A, B, or C? crazy numbers here, man. I tell you what. The answer to this one is C. Hey, someone got that one right. Monteclavo saying, yeah, it was 78 yards against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. October 20th of this season. On October 20th, 2025, he had 136 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. A big chunk of that came off a 78-yard run, so thank you. I heard something in my headphones. Don't quite know what that was, but let's keep going forward. Who was the leading team in receiving touchdowns entering? Who was leading the team in receiving touchdowns? We got to get those things reworded. For the Philadelphia Eagles, who was leading the team in receiving touchdowns entering today's game? Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, or A.J. Brown? A, B, or C? Now, who is leading the Eagles team? It is Dallas Goedert in receiving touchdowns this season. Dallas Goedert has been the focal point of the offense in the red zone here for this Eagles offense. But Philadelphia has not targeted him much today. Let's move on to question number 5. Which of these teams knocked the Lions out of the playoffs during the last postseason? Was it A, the Commanders? Was it B, the Rams, or was it C, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Which of these 3 teams knocked the Lions out of the playoffs during the last postseason? A, B, or C? I know you guys probably don't want to relive this one, but the answer is indeed the Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders beat, and it's so crazy to see the Washington Commanders have fallen so far. They beat the Commanders, or the Commanders beat the Detroit Lions 45-31 in the divisional round last season. Nobody expecting that. Question number 6, guys. How far was Jalen Hurts' longest successful pass this season? How long was Jalen Hurts' longest successful pass this season? 78, 79, or 80 yards? Also very close right here. A, B, or C? A, B, or C? The answer to this one is B. 79-yard pass right there that happened against the Minnesota Vikings. That did happen against the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday Night Football, not Monday Night Football, where he had a 79-yard touchdown pass that game for Jalen Hurts. Hey, Jacoby got it, or Jacob got it. What's up, Jacob? Jacob Klein. How many seasons did Matthew Stafford play for the Detroit Lions? It's now Jared Goff as the starting quarterback, and we saw the Jared Goff Matthew Stafford swap happen there. But how many seasons did Matthew Stafford play for the Detroit Lions? Was it 10, 11, or 12? How many seasons did Matthew Stafford play for the Detroit Lions? Yes, the LA Rams quarterback played for the Detroit Lions, for all you youngins who have no idea. 12 years from 2009 until 2020, guys. Got traded to the LA Rams. Jared Goff, the whole swap, the whole thing worked out. Honestly, it seems like for both teams. Jared Goff thriving with the Lions and Matthew Stafford thriving with the Rams. Sometimes it's just a good fit. All right, guys, what year did the Philadelphia Eagles draft Cooper DeJean? Is it A, 2022? Is it B, 2023? Or is it C, 2024? What year did the Eagles draft Cooper DeJean? You guys who are hanging out right now, if we have any real Eagles fans, y'all will know the answer to this one. I actually don't need the cheat sheet for this one. He was drafted in last year's draft. He was the 40th overall pick, and he had that pick 6 touchdown in his rookie year on his birthday, also Saquon Barkley's birthday, during the Super Bowl against Patrick Mahomes. Remember that name, Cooper DeJean. If you don't know him, now you do. Question number 9. Okay, which of these celebrities is a huge Detroit Lions fan? This is an easy one, guys. Is it David Letterman, Eminem, or Paul Rudd? You're the only one who knew that, says People Hater. I didn't make this quiz. Santino made this quiz. A, B, or C? A, B, or C, guys? I think everyone checking in with this one. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom spaghetti. He's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting. When he wrote down, this whole crowd grows so loud he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. Okay, all right, we're done. 8 Mile out there. Yes, Eminem is the one. Final question today, folks. Here we go. Which streaming service released a documentary called Saquon? Is it A, Prime Video? Is it B, Apple TV? Or is it C, Hulu? Which streaming service just released a documentary called Saquon? A, B, or C? Okay, guys, the answer is A. Those of you who guessed A, well done. A few people guessed Apple, but the answer is Prime, guys. It came out on October 9th. So just so you know, it's been out for a while. You can catch that on Amazon Prime. Saquon, the man, the myth, the living legend. All right, guys, thank you so much for playing. That is the end of our halftime break right here. Looks like we got about 4 minutes-ish left to go in halftime. If you haven't checked out the website, please be sure to do so. We will be dropping the weekly pick'ems there soon, and I will be live tomorrow to bring it up one more time. Let's go ahead and bring this music down. It's the last time we'll have the funky music, the funky quiz music today. 8 out of 10. Mike saying I got 100 right. Okay, Mike. 8 out of 10. Monteclavo saying 10 out of 10. You know, I'm really excited to see how many of you guys are actually getting 10 out of 10 right. So here's the word. We talked about it last night. Last night we did our weekly pick'ems, and we are going to start doing that segment every week. We'll probably be doing it on Tuesdays. But Santino and I are doing weekly pick'ems now, and during those weekly pick'ems, we have partnered with Rocky Road Games for a platform called Sway. You can download the platform now. You can download Sway in the Google App Store right now. But do you guys remember, is it HG2 Trivia or whatever, where they did like 10 trivia questions back to back to back, and it's single elimination? So like you get 1,000 people in the room. You ask a question. If you get it right, you advance. If you don't get it right, you're eliminated. And at the end, they do like a huge prize. That is exactly what we are doing. So in a few weeks, when we do our weekly trivia or when we do our weekly pick'ems, we're going to start rolling that out, and that platform keeps the score for real. So those of you who said, oh, yeah, I got 10 right, we're about to find out, because there will be money on the line. It'll be free to play, and they're giving out prizes for the first few weeks on the platform if you sign up and you are new to Sway. I will let you guys know as we get closer and closer to that. That is likely going to be probably in the next 2 weeks, guys. So it's coming in fast. It is coming in hot right now for the Sway platform, and I'm looking forward to it. So 8 out of 10, not bad. 9 out of 10, I guessed, says Roy. Okay. So with, money on, it's going to be different, man. It'll be pretty cool. So really excited for it. If you download the Sway app now, I don't really know. You can download it now and check it out. Santino's been tinkering with it. He says he really likes the app, and we're excited to do our trivia quizzes on that platform. They're going to be small 15-minute windows every single week at the exact same time on Tuesday nights at like 8:30 p.m. So if you guys are interested in that, I will update you guys via email. I will update you guys during the live stream. I will keep you guys posted for that. Trivia has become a huge piece of Football Nation, and that seems like the next logical step for Football Nation as far as like picking up a sponsor or doing a partnership with the brand. So that's pretty cool. CLB asking, has anyone won the $100 yet? So what he is asking about is the weekly pick'ems. And no, dude, to answer your question, CLB, nobody has gotten them all right. And I was fully prepared to give out $100 every week, but mama didn't raise no fool, so I'm not going to bet against myself. The house won, and the house has won 10 weeks in a row, guys. We have not had to pay out an actual grand prize, which is crazy to me. We've literally had thousands of people play right now, plural, thousands of people play, and not one person over the first 11 weeks of the season has been able to get all of the matchups right, which is pretty insane. Mimi saying, what will you do during halftime if no trivia? Mimi, we are going to be doing trivia during halftime. We are just going to be doing a much looser version of trivia for the other platforms. So when we do trivia on this during a game, it is specific to the two teams who are playing. Our end of week trivia or our pick'ems trivia is going to be very, very different. It's going to basically cover everything football from all different timelines of the football spectrum, from fantasy football to reality football. All of it is going to be brought in. We've been just keep an eye out for it. I promise you, you'll enjoy it for sure. Okay, guys. So let's get back to this. Third down. Let's put 15 minutes on the clock. Here's the kickoff. The Lions going to get the football here to start this second half. Lions down by 7. This one is going to be a touchback. Lions going to start the drive at the 35. First and 10 for Detroit. Let's go Lions, says Jesse. Sway free. It is. It is, TM. It is. Be sure to check out Sway. Okay. Will the football pundits give respect to the Colts or the Broncos, or continue praise to the Chiefs and the Ravens, although they are not in the playoffs? I think we all know the answer to that one, LC Chi-Town. I think we all know that they're just going to keep, as the kids would say, glazing those other two teams. First and 10 from the 35-yard line, looking to the left, a throw to the left-hand side. Jahmyr Gibbs breaks. Cooper DeJean trailing him. He'll push him out of bounds, but it's a 17-yard pickup and a first down here for the Detroit Lions to open up the second half. First down, Detroit. Detroit Lions move the football for a first down. They're out to the Philadelphia 48-yard line after that play. Oh, no. There goes Tokyo Godzilla. Todd Tier, is that what you were going after? Single back formation. 48-yard line across midfield in enemy territory. Jared Goff will wind up and find Jahmyr Gibbs again. Gibbs moves the football past the 40, down at the 37. Another Detroit Lions first down. Back-to-back plays to Jahmyr Gibbs. Back-to-back first downs picked up by the big zero. By the big number 0 out there. Jared Goff in the huddle, making sure everybody hears him. Let's go Lions, says Jesse. I'm with you, Jesse. So, from the 37-yard line in Eagles territory, a shotgun formation trips over to the right-hand side. Jared Goff points quickly into the defense motion from Brock Wright as he goes to the top of the screen. A snap and a handoff. This time, Jahmyr Gibbs will be slowed down finally as he's brought down by Davis. This will bring up a second down and 9 after a 1-yard gain. Clock will continue to tick. 13 and a half left to go here in this third quarter. Thank you, Eric Dexter. Just giving yards away, says Duff. Slant pass, says Brian. They're looking for a slant, says Brian Nunez. I like it when you break down into song during play-by-play. I try really hard not to, but at the same time, I guess I don't try that hard. So second down and 9. Two receivers on the right-hand side. Looks like the lone wolf at the top. Now we've got motion from Brock Wright going to the bottom of the screen. Brock Wright is the target. He will make the catch. He spins in field and then goes down. He will pick up about 5 yards on second down and 9. Should bring up a third down and 4, maybe a third down and 5. Either way, third down. And inside of Philadelphia territory, the Lions just need points. Field goal would be just fine. A touchdown would be much better. It's a third down and 5. I swear, if they try to go for it after, well, let's see what happens. Running back on one side, running back on the other. Waiting for the snap, Jared Goff. Two receivers to the top of the screen. Goff looking to the left side. He will wind up and throw this one. That is going to be an incomplete pass as Goff steps into that throw. Intended again for Amon-Ra St. Brown. There was contact at the top of the route. No penalty. Pass incomplete. Fourth down and 5. Stops the clock. Did you say bird down or third down? I don't know. Did you understand what I said? Red leather, yellow leather. Okay. So 4th down and 5. Oh, no. 4th down and 5. They're looking like they're going for it. They are lining up at the 32-yard line. A shotgun formation here. They are going for it. The blitz coming in. Goff will pitch. No catch made. Incomplete. Jamison Williams. Another turnover on downs. Oh, my gosh. Dan Campbell. If you would just be a normal, regular coach, you might win this game. What are you doing? This could be a 5-point game. Instead, it remains where it's at. A 7-point, what would that have been? It would have been a 4-point game. Points, points, points left out there on the field. 4th down and 5 from the Philly 32, and they went for it. So, change of possession, turnover on downs. It's 1st down Philadelphia. Yeah, that was questionable, says Benito Smurf. 0 for 3 on 4th downs. That is true, Tommy. They are 0 for 3 for sure, for sure. Why does he keep going for it, says Lightning Master. I can't. Yo no sé. TM saying 1 more year. Dan Campbell, a.k.a. the Gambler. All right, guys, the Philadelphia Eagles are getting the football, and they're also getting a soft matchup next week against my Dallas Cowboys. Philadelphia Eagles at Jerry World next week. I will be live week 12 for this game. Week 13, this is Black Friday, guys. Yes, this is Black Friday. I will be live for this game on Black Friday. Eagles hosting the Bears. 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah. Circle it. Put it on your calendars, guys. If you want to watch football on Black Friday on your big new TV screen that you just bought or whatever, on your new AirPods, you can listen to me, maybe on your new phone, whatever it is. I'll be live this day right after Thanksgiving as you eat your leftovers. I got you covered. Monday Night Football for the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll be covering them again in Week 14. Week 15, they've got a matchup against the Raiders. In Week 16, it's going to be a Saturday matchup, but it's TBD right now. We still don't know what this schedule is going to look like as we get closer and closer to the end of the season. But those games will be coming together here soon. No punt Sunday night, says Matt. Let's hope so. Bro, you need to be on AM radios Sunday afternoons covering games. Hey, says Houston Family 901. Houston Family, I wonder how much those radio guys get paid and how they do on radio. You never know. Do I sound like I'm on old-time radio? That was bad. That was another Family Guy joke. That's so bad. Adam West. Okay, commercial break, folks. And in case you couldn't tell, my brain is starting to go off in all kinds of different directions at this point. After 12 hours of football, mind is a little numb right here, but we are going to try to lock in. It's a shotgun formation from the 32-yard line. A snap and a handoff to Saquon Barkley. It looked like he had space up the middle, but immediately they collapsed in on him. Saquon will pick up 4 yards. It's a 2nd down and 6. Okay. Bro, Jahmyr Gibbs is selling, says Ship. TM saying Mario get an agent. CLB saying Mario has a great radio voice. I've also got the face for radio. 2nd down and 6. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the top of the screen. Waiting for the snap. Here it is. It's going to be a handoff to the right-hand side, and Saquon pushes the pile to about the 41. It's a 3rd down and 1 on a 5-yard pickup. So 3rd down and 1 coming up. The Philadelphia Eagles to the Philadelphia 41. Here we go. Here we go. 3rd down and 1 to the Philly 41. Can they convert? You guys crack me up in the chat, man. Here comes a tush push. They're lined up for it. It's a 3rd down and about a half a yard. Looks like the whistle's coming in quickly. They're blowing the whistle on the false start right there. Immediately a false start against the Philadelphia Eagles. That's a 5-yard penalty. Yup. False start on the Eagles. It's a 5-yard penalty. So instead of 3rd down and 1, let's watch it here. They're saying it's on 56. They are set right here. His arm comes across the line. Why is he tapping across the line? Why is he? I mean, I don't know. It could have been on either side. There was definitely a neutral zone infraction before that happened on the right guard. Interesting call right here. It's a third down, though. Third down and 6. Guys, y'all watching this stream right now, do you see what's happening here? Do you see what's happening here? So the Detroit Lions defense had a man reaching across into the neutral zone, and the right guard was like, hey, get your hand out of the neutral zone, and the official threw the flag on him saying, get out of my neutral zone. They called that a false start. Third down and 5, a shot downfield to Grant Calcaterra. Pass incomplete. Fourth down and 6 with 10:37 left to go. 10:37 left to go. This game is on, looks like NBC. Maybe if you have Peacock, it might be on there. Maybe you can get a 1-week free trial of Peacock. Just remember to cancel your service. I don't know. But this game, it looks like it's on NBC for Sunday Night Football. Okay. So if you've got like a smart TV, you might be able to go and download Peacock for free and see if you get a 1-week membership. You might be able to catch the last half of this game. Either way, I will be here if that route doesn't work out for you, but I got you, bro. Here we go. The punt team out here for Philadelphia on 4th down and 6. A flag, maybe a delay of game. It is delay of game. So, another 5-yard penalty is a 4th down and 11 at the Philadelphia 28, or excuse me, the Philadelphia 32. False start, 10:37, 4th down and 10. People hater saying not going to bed until you reply. I don't know. What's going on, man? Thanks for checking in, people hater. You have a great day. Take care. I hope you have a great night. NBC for free. Get an antenna, says NB Protocol. Okay. So, I stepped away from the chat. I came back to the chat, and we got a punt. The Detroit Lions will signal this a fair catch. Looks like it'll be out to the 28-yard line, and the Detroit Lions going to take over at the 28. Anybody good with it? Anybody got questions? Anybody got anything they want to say? If not, we're going to move forward here. Okay. Couple quick more adjustments here. He hates people, says Todd Tier. Whoa, not nice, says People Hater. What happened? Who hates people? Stay up all night, says TM Martin. Why spam, question mark? Okay, so now we're getting a lot of off topics out here in the chat right now. Detroit skill issue, he says. I got cable too and antenna. Let's see. Thank you very much, Joshua. You know what's funny, man? I like him too. Joshua's coming out with a comment right here, and I like him too, man. I'll tell you what, Josh. The first time I ever saw anyone calling plays like this, ever, it was Tom Grossi. And I thought to myself, you know, he can call the plays, but there's something missing. And I always thought that on my side, one of the things that was, well, on his side, one of the things that was missing was this stuff here, right? Having the stats on one side, having the drive chart down below. So I'm getting ahead of myself. I saw his channel and I thought, this thing is missing something. Then I saw Chat Sports, and Chat Sports has all of their graphics, right? Chat Sports does all of their stuff and their 3D background and all of that. And I thought, you know, I've done that before. I know how to do that. I can do that. And the more that I watched these guys, the more that I started thinking, there's some things that I love about these two channels, Grossi and Chat Sports, but there's some things that are definitely not my cup of tea. For instance, Chat Sports. Shout out to them. They've got an amazing product that they're putting out there, but they're a party crowd. And I don't like to binge drink, at least not anymore. I'm not 20 anymore. And so that's not my style. Different style of play calling. And Tom Grossi does an amazing job with his charity work, his philanthropic work, whatever he's doing right now. I love the energy that he brings. But I feel like he does not articulate the play call as well as should be. So, you know, and there's also parts missing right here. It seems a little flat without the additional information from that side. That is just my own personal take. That is why I took it upon myself to try and bridge those gaps and that is why I'm here. If you are enjoying this live stream and enjoying the quality of product that I'm putting out there, help a brother out. Smash the like button. The Detroit Lions have a 1st and 10 on their own 28-yard line. Motion on the field from Amon-Ra St. Brown. Here's a snap and a handoff to David Montgomery. Montgomery to the left-hand side will push the pile to about the 34-yard line. That'll be a 6-yard pickup. 2nd down coming up now for the Detroit Lions. It's a 2nd down and 4. 2nd down and 4, the clock is ticking. 2nd down and 4, the clock is ticking. 10:09, 2nd down and 4. Shotgun. Trips to the right-hand side, bunched over on the right-hand side. This one from the 34-yard line, it's going to be a throw to the flat. Catch made by Jahmyr Gibbs. He's gone. The 40, the 45, the 50, the 45, the 40. He cuts back again. Gibbs could go all the way. He gets to the 25, down at the 24. Detroit Lions with a big 1st down, a 42-yard rumble, and a 1st down. Jahmyr Gibbs, 1st down for the Detroit Lions. Moves them to the Philadelphia Eagles 24-yard line. It is going to be a 1st and 10 from the Philly 24 right now. Stepping up, Montgomery, says CLB. Just stopping in, says Wayne Adams. Thank you for checking in. All right. Shotgun formation. 1 receiver to the top of the screen, 3 at the bottom. Now we've got motion from Brock Wright. It's a handoff to Gibbs. Gibbs on the left side here will pick up about 2 yards on 1st and 10. It becomes 2nd down. 2nd down and 8 from the Philadelphia 22, just outside of the red zone. Just outside of the red zone. Let's see. Okay. So 8 minutes and 34 seconds. We've got a shotgun formation. Trips on the right-hand side. Looks like 1 receiver to the top of the screen. Here's the snap. Here's a handoff. This time, Jahmyr Gibbs will pick up about, we'll call that a 4-yard gain on 2nd down and 8. By the way, guys, if you are new to the channel and you're ever wondering who has possession of the football, I got a text from someone right now asking me where that is. It's not in 1 place. It's not in 2 places. It's in 3 different places, guys. The possession needle up here, I move this back and forth so you know who has the football. The Detroit Lions have the football. And 2 drive charts, not 1, but 2 drive charts down below let you know which direction the team is heading in. So 3rd down and 4. With less than 8 minutes here left to go, a shotgun formation with 2 receivers to the right and 1 person off to the left. A snap and a handoff. Looks like a spin move here. Going to get inside the 10. We are inside the red zone. Did you get chips? Inside the red zone. You got chips? Oh, man. Okay, that's good for a Detroit Lions. 1st down. Is this sour cream and onion? I'm so hungry. 1st and goal. Stop. I'm live, Christina. Here's the snap. 1st and goal to the right-hand side. Catch is made. This is going to be Jameson Williams who makes the grab. It's 2nd and goal right now. The football has been moved out to the 6-yard line. No, you can have it. I'm going to go downstairs and eat a bunch of those, but not right now. You're making a pizza? Oh, God. Okay, guys, here we go. 6:45 left to go. From the 6-yard line, 2nd and goal, shotgun formation. Trips to the top of the screen. Here's the snap and a handoff. There goes Gibbs. Gibbs inside the 5. He bounces off a man. He hits the deck at the 4-yard line. It's 3rd and goal now. 3rd down. It's 3rd down. Clock is going to continue to tick right here. Okay. Love you. 13 more. Gibbs Lion touchdown, says Bryce. Let's see if it happens, Bryce. It's 3rd down and goal. Football at the Philadelphia 4-yard line. The Eagles defense looking to get a stop right now. We've got ourselves a shotgun formation. They're showing blitz, but this is more goal line defense than anything here. Motion, a snap and a handoff. Gibbs up the middle. Gibbs wrapped up immediately on 3rd down and goal. The Eagles get a stop. It's 4th down. Oh no, it's 4th down. What is Campbell gonna do? 4th and goal from the 4. No. 4th and goal from the 4. It's 4th down. You know what's gonna happen. They're gonna go for it. The Eagles have stopped the Detroit Lions on every single 4th down conversion today. It's 4th and goal from the 3-yard line. Shotgun formation, play clock down to 5. Motion from Amon-Ra St. Brown. Goff got to get rid of it. Goff to the end zone. It's incomplete and a turnover on downs. 1st down, Philadelphia. Another. This could be a 1-point game if Campbell would just have kicked. This is twice inside the red zone. The Detroit Lions have chosen not to take the field goal. This could be a 12-13 game right now, and yet they continue to go for it. There's an old saying in español que mi papá siempre me dijo, y siempre dice que el ser humano es el único animal que se tropeza sobre la misma piedra, which means humans are the only animals who will basically fall for the same trap twice. I guess it's not necessarily true, but it's just people are idiots. They get burned once, they'll do it again thinking that they're going to get a different result. Instead, you know that you shouldn't probably do that if you continue to screw it up a million times. Instead, the Eagles get the football. This is what we're looking at. Eagles with the ball right now. 5:25 here left to go. I think the Bears might just win the division. How about that, says YouTube deletes. Woo. You take the points, Dano. I know, it's insanity saying John Root. Not true, but fair enough. Dan is trying to confuse the Eagles. He's trying to he's confusing me, man. Dan Campbell is confusing me. He's not just confusing the Eagles. Doing the same thing twice and expecting different results. That is the definition there, Northern DC. That is it. Detroit got to get this. There is truth in that, though, says Antoine Jackson. You just cursed the Bears with hope, says the place to be. Trust me, I understand logic, but you pay a lot of money for that place kicker. That's true. 3 big mistakes, Coach. 4, Edgar. They've gone for it on 4th down 4 times now. Twice on their own side of midfield, both of them a terrible decision, and twice inside the red zone when you're 4 or 5 yards away from converting. Probably should have just taken that. Mario, Pro Bowl is overrated. Super Bowl game in San Francisco, California, February 3rd. I think the Pro Bowl, I don't like the Pro Bowl. I don't like the way it is now. I used to like it before, but now it's all fun and games and gimmicks, and I understand that you want to keep the players safe, but you want to watch football during that week, and when you get all the best players in the world together, you kind of want to see what they can do. We need an NFL Shield sticker. Okay, Steve, I'm going to write that down because you asked about that twice today now, and you left a super chat on it, so I got you, Steve. NFL Shield. You're looking for an NFL Shield to drop in the chat. I wrote it down. We'll get that figured out for you. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 4-yard line. Philadelphia Eagles with the football. Here's the snap. Eagles to the right on 1st and 10. Airing this thing out. Intended for A.J. Brown, who was followed step by step by Rock Ya-Sin. Pass incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Stops the clock with 5:05. 2nd down and 10. Eagles have not scored a lot in this game. This is honestly, guys, I'll tell you the truth, man, a bit of a snoozeville of a game. Nobody has scored. It's been really good defensively. Oh, Jared Goff got absolutely obliterated on that one. It was a high-low hit. Goff, that looked like it hurt. That was on the last possession. Eagles with the football. 2nd down and 10. From the 4-yard line, a shotgun formation. Motion from the top of the screen to the bottom. Devontae Smith is the motion man. Jalen Hurts in trouble in his own end zone. Going to wind up and throw upfield. The catch is made. Jahan Dotson going to get blown up. He makes the grab. An injury. A flag also coming in. Brian Branch is down. Oh, no. A flag on the play. Brian Branch is down. The Detroit Lions possibly losing. a big player here. This one didn't even look. Maybe it's how he went down on that left knee. They're showing the replay on Brian Branch. It was helmet to helmet. Brian Branch did drill him helmet to helmet contact. That could be targeting here as well. So 2 things to address. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness against the defense. I'll agree with that one. The second thing we need to address is the man who committed the unnecessary roughness is now down right here with an injury. The Detroit Lions going to give up a first down and possibly lose their starting safety. Possibly lose their last remaining starting safety, I should say. Brian Branch, the last starting safety available. It's going to be a 1st and 10 coming up here for the Philadelphia Eagles. They do move to the Detroit 47. Philadelphia across the midfield inside of Lions territory after the penalty. It was a good enough catch for Jahan Dotson, 34 yards, as if that wasn't bad enough. Unnecessary roughness adds 15 more to it, so it's a 49-yard play at the end of it all. 4:56 left to go here in the third. Detroit Lions secondary absolutely getting wrecked right now. Thank you, John Root, dude. He says, I just subscribed. You've watched 3 games with me. Rock and roll, Mr. John. Appreciate you, sir. 1st and 10. 13-6. A toss to the right-hand side. Saquon Barkley going to do a little stutter step here. He'll take it from the 47 out to the 41. That's a 6-yard pickup. It brings up a 2nd down and 4. Just about 4.5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter, and then we'll get fourth quarter football. No targeting, Tommy. That is correct. Dan should have taken the 3 points. I'm with you, Vic. I agree. I totally agree. Let's go Lions, saying Jesse Raspberry. 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. It's a 2nd down and 4 coming up right now from the Detroit 48. Here's the snap and the blitz coming in quickly. Oh my gosh, nowhere to go. Down he goes. Looks like he will be dropped for a loss. Jalen Hurts slow to get up right now. That's an 11-yard bag and Lopez in on the play. This brings up a 3rd down and 15. Jalen Hurts gets crushed by that defense. Dan Campbell sends the house. This is a 6-man blitz right here, and nowhere to go for Jalen Hurts as he is dropped all the way back at the Philly 48. So Philadelphia gets backed up to the 48-yard line. It is 3rd down and 15 coming up now. 3rd down and 15. The Detroit Lions defense, even though they're not the starters, they're getting going here. 3rd down and 15, empty backfield. There's the snap, looking left, airing this out to A.J. Brown. Incomplete pass on 3rd down and 15. This will stop the clock with 3:09, and it's 4th down and 15. The Eagles in no man's land will have to punt this away. At least the defense is doing their job, says CLB. That's a drop, says Nicholas. No, not exactly a drop. I think just a missed target right there. Back from dinner date. What did I miss so far? You haven't missed too much, Eric Issa. So far, we've got 1 touchdown in this game. It's come via the Philadelphia Eagles. And I believe it was a Grant Calcaterra touchdown. No, it looks like it was a Jalen Hurts rushing touchdown that we got there. Grant Calcaterra did have a catch. Did that get brought back? Maybe it was Granson, and I was tripping and not Calcaterra. Maybe it was Granson. Okay, folks, we did just get a punt, and this punt will be returned 5 yards. The punt goes back to the Detroit Lions. The Lions get the football here. It's 1st and 10, Detroit at the 15. 1st and 10, Detroit at the 15. I've now moved the possession needle over. You can now see down below. Well, this will update in just a moment. For those of you who are still watching this live stream, thanks, guys. We will be live tomorrow night and next week as well. Week 12, I've got 3 solid games. For those of you Kansas City Chiefs fans and Colts fans, guess what? We got a matchup for you. For you Philadelphia Eagles and Dallas Cowboys fans, guess what? I got a matchup for you. And for the Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Rams fans, guess what? Sunday night, I got a game for y'all next week. Thursday Night Football going to kick off the week. By the way, 4 teams on bye in Week 12. You might have better luck in the Week 12 pick'ems than this one because there are 2 less slates based off of these 4 teams. Looks like the Finns, the Broncos, the Chargers, and the Commanders all taking a bye week. Monday Night Football going to wrap up Week 12, and then we are 2/3 of the way done with the season, which is insane. Which is insane to already be 2/3 of the way done with the regular season. Boy, does the time fly by. How about that, says Todd Tier. Cash me outside. How about that? Matthew saying Detroit. Looks like Gurun, not a gaming. Guru, not a gaming. I think I said that right the first time. Guru, not a gaming. Who picks what games you're covering? I do. Who picks what games I'm covering? I do. Hey, man. It's good being your own boss, bro. It's good being your own boss. That being said, I get to choose the games. We don't have 4 games this Friday, or this Sunday, I should say. There are no more quadruple headers for the rest of the season. And if I want to pivot to a different 12 o'clock game, I can. But I like this matchup here. Out of all the potential matchups at 12 p.m., the only other one that I would like to watch would maybe be the Steelers and Bears game. Yeah, I think that's the only one that I would rather watch. I mean, I like the Patriots versus the Bengals, but I'd rather go with that one. Anyways, let's get back to the action. It's 1st and 10 for the Detroit Lions. We got a single back formation. Waiting for the snap here. Jared Goff will play action. Goff using a beautiful block will wind up and throw. This one incomplete, intended for ASB, and this will be an incomplete pass, stopping the clock with 2:52. 2:52. 2nd down and 10. Football on the Detroit 15-yard line. Detroit Lions looking to string together some plays and try to get some points on the board. If they go into the 4th quarter down by 7, it's not the end of the world, but they'd feel a lot better if they can go into the 4th quarter matched up right there. 2nd down and 10 for the Detroit Lions. Football at the 15. Jared Goff in the shotgun. He does this thing. Whatever this is, he likes to do that with the left hand. He's looking right, doesn't like it, looks to the left, doesn't like it. He'll wind up and throw, and it's almost picked off by Reed Blankenship. The pass is incomplete. 3rd down and 10. Jared Goff doesn't really know where to go in this one, and someone brought it up earlier. The better team who can run the football is going to win this game. The Philadelphia Eagles have almost twice the rushing yards of the Detroit Lions. The Lions can't get anything going on the ground or through the air. They're really struggling. Not that bad. 250. We're not even in the 4th quarter. Empty calories is really what I'm seeing there. 3rd down from the 15. Shotgun formation. Jared Goff takes it. Jared Goff looks to the left. It's a catch for Jahmyr Gibbs, and that's going to be out of the backfield. Gibbs to the 30. Gibbs still running to the 40. Gibbs going to get it. Contact here. Cross the 45. Who is this man? Jahmyr Gibbs. A huge play for 33 yards. A 1st down, Detroit Lions. 33 yards from the Detroit 15-yard line all the way out to the Detroit 48. A 33-yard gain, a catch on a screen play out of the backfield. Screens don't get much better than that. I love it. That's a good play. It's a 1st and 10. 1st and 10 from the 48. Detroit Lions with the football. Clock is hot. Let's toss that to the right-hand side. Here goes David Montgomery out past the 50. Down at about the 45. A big hit laid out there by David Montgomery. Man, slow to get up. David Montgomery's a bit of a bruiser back for sure. Montgomery, the bruiser back, is in right now. It's time to give the Broncos / the Colts the credit that everyone gives the Chiefs and the Ravens, says LC Chi-Town. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I also think that it's time to give them some credit. So that play to the right-hand side for David Montgomery went for 7 yards. It is a 2nd down and 3 from the 45-yard line. Here's the snap and a play action. A sidearm throw, incomplete pass on 2nd down, stops the clock, makes it a 3rd down and 3 with 1:22 left to go. With 1:22 left to go. Looks like we've got about 3,700 people watching this live stream. Have you smashed that like button yet, guys? Have you smashed that like button yet? If you haven't, now would be a good time to do so. Detroit Lions with the football. Detroit Lions out to the Philadelphia 45. It's a third down for the Honolulu Blue. Jared Goff in a shotgun pointing into the defense once again. Trips on the left-hand side. ASB moves over to the slot. Going to look the opposite way. Jared Goff's pass is deflected, and it's a fourth down again. Fourth down and 3. You have got to be kidding me. Fourth down and 3 at the Philadelphia 45. Watch him bring out the field goal unit for this one. Dan Campbell, fourth down. What do you think's going to happen here? Fourth down and 3. This is actually killing me right now. Because at this point, now you forced yourself into a spot where you kind of have to. But you could still punt if you wanted to. Fourth down and 3. 0 for 4 today on those conversions. Jared Goff with the play clock winding down to 1. Here's the snap. 4-man rush coming in. Goff to the right. Overthrows. Pass incomplete again. And a turnover on downs. Jared Goff has been cheeks in this one. Booty cheeks in this game. Jared Goff, 228, 1 passing touchdown, 1 interception, 13 fantasy points. And the Detroit Lions cannot get anything going. Jahmyr Gibbs, 28 rushing yards in full-point PPR formats. Jahmyr Gibbs does have 107 receiving yards. He is the top pass catcher right now for this Detroit Lions team. He's the top pass catcher for this Detroit Lions team. Doesn't matter. Lions coming off the field. Eagles taking over. Thank you guys for subscribing to this channel. Still looking for a handful of more subscribers. It's okay if we don't get it. That's okay today. Let's see. Is Gibbs killing your fantasy? He's killing me in fantasy because Gibbs, yeah, he's actually crushing my unit right now. Phrasing. Handoff to Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley not quite sure where to go. He'll get wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call that no gain instead of a loss. It's a second down and 10. Clock is ticking. About 60 seconds here left to go. Thank you, Bernadette O'Brien, for subscribing. Thank you to everyone who's subscribing. I know not everyone's names pop up right there, guys, but we are on a mission to try and get to 100,000 subscribers. That's all I'm going to say about it. 43 seconds left to go. Second down and 10. I was going to go down this rabbit hole with you guys, but I don't want to do that every single week because it does feel weird. So thank you. Looks like Super Ruleo checking in right now with a new channel member. This is going to be Saquon Barkley, who makes the grab across the 50 down at the Philadelphia. There's a flag on the play. Let's see what this is before anything else. A.J. Brown slow to get up. A.J. Brown on his backside here, grabbing his legs. Okay, clock is stopped. Personal foul. And it's going to be, what is that, a chop block? A low block right there against the offense. A.J. Brown going to commit it. So here's the play. A.J. Brown going to commit a block right here. I don't think it was on purpose. I think he slipped. But that's definitely the right call right there by the officials. A low block penalty here against A.J. Brown. It's going to back up the Philadelphia Eagles. It's a second down and 18. So low block. Welcome to first down, Super Ruleo. Thank you, Wayne. Cheers to you, man. Campbell leaving a lot of points on the field, man. Second down and 18. With 9 seconds left to go here in this quarter, I don't think they're going to get a playoff. They don't need to. So, hey, Hurts not going to do anything. Let's reset this. Let's move on to the fourth quarter. The Philadelphia Eagles will have a second down and 18 when we get back. That is the end of the third quarter. When we start the fourth quarter, it'll be a second down and 18 at the Philadelphia 37. Goff is a goofy, saying 11-24. Gonna watch until 10, then retire to recuperate, says Roy Williams. I'm gonna be here all day. Sack fumble, says TC Marine. Addiction. TC Marine, what's going on? Thank you, Fry. Is that Fry or Frey? Frey Master Bond? Fry Master Bond? What's going on, man? A defensive touchdown was actually overturned. The Detroit Lions had a defensive touchdown. No. I'm thinking, see, this is what I'm saying. We are now in the fourth game of the day, and all my games are running together. The Chiefs got lucky by not giving up a touchdown. It was a defensive touchdown by the Denver Broncos, but all these games are starting to just become one big game. Let's go Lions, saying Jesse. Spurs beat the Kings today. The Sacramento Kings go down. I love my San Antonio Spurs. Thank you, Robbie, for that one. What are the receiving stats, says Eric. Eric, let's scroll down so you get access to this. These are all the top pass catchers today. Jahmyr Gibbs, 107 receiving yards. A.J. Brown leading the Philadelphia Eagles, believe it or not. He's tied with Jahan Dotson for 43 receiving yards. A.J. Brown with 10 fantasy points. Jahan Dotson with 6. Jahmyr Gibbs with 17. Jameson Williams with 15. St. Brown with 6. David Montgomery with 4. The season is going very quickly. I agree with that, reading some of these comments right now. That's what that robot said. It's good marking up the grocery prices. The Chiefs suck. Smith getting shut down. Yeah, Devontae Smith definitely getting shut down. A.J. Brown, honestly, this entire Eagles offense is kind of getting shut down. The only player that's really having himself a really good day today is Jahmyr Gibbs, but everyone else. Okay, check this out. Jalen Hurts has 11 points. Jared Goff has 13 fantasy points. Jahmyr Gibbs with 17, Jameson Williams with 15, and A.J. Brown with 10. Those are all the triple-digit scorers for fantasy football today, and that is full-point PPR formats. So half-point or standard leagues, it's going to be a tough one to get some points out of this thing. You're squeezing juice out of a rock. What is it? Squeezing blood out of a stone? Isn't that what they say? Isn't that the phrase? Okay, 15 minutes left to go. A shotgun formation. It's a second down and extra long. Double sticks right here. There's the snap, dropping back, looking left, looking right. Jalen Hurts has to improvise, goes to the left. He scrambles, runs out of bounds, gets hit as he goes out of bounds. And Jalen Hurts, is he okay? Slow to get up right there. I think he is. It's a third down. Let's call it a third down and 11 after a 7-yard scramble to the left-hand side. TM saying that the Detroit Lions are really missing Sam Laporta. I would agree with that. They could probably use their big tight end for sure. That's a decent hit. Jack Campbell. Hey, man, you get in Jack Campbell's zone, he's going to hit you. So Jack Campbell pushes him out of bounds. It's a third down and 11. Eagles on their own side of midfield, a shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the bottom, 1 man by himself to the top. It's Devontae Smith by himself. Looking that way, doesn't like it. Trying to survey, has to process. Now he has to scramble, a wind up and a throw. Coming back for it, A.J. Brown makes the grab. The officials are saying it is a catch. And that referee, that sideline official, wanted everyone to know that is a catch. I've never seen an official get that so much about that catch. There's a holding against the defense that would result in a first down, so that's probably going to be accepted. And that big catch that the official said had to be a catch, doesn't matter. It's going to be a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 here. The Philadelphia Eagles will pick up a first down after a defensive holding from Robertson. Let's watch it one more time. I mean, that was a heck of a catch right there from A.J. Brown. It would have brought up a third down, or it would have brought up, it was third down and 11, I believe. So it would have brought up a 4th down and 1. But instead it's a 3rd down, or 1st and 10. Holding. Defense on the Lions. It's a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down. The Philadelphia Eagles have a first down at the 49. From the 49-yard line, motion on the field. Jalen Hurts waits for the snap. He's got 3 receivers to the right-hand side. And here's a handoff. Looks like Saquon Barkley going to get the carry. Barkley picks up the first down, but there's a flag on the play immediately. Flags coming in. Let's find out what this is. Another penalty marker with 13:41 left to go in the football game. Holding. Offense. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty. Jordan Mailata going to be charged for it. Replay. First down. It's 1st and 20 here on the holding call. The Zebras getting super involved here. Holding. Rada. So holding here against the Eagles. It's a 1st and 20 First and 20. Punch this one back in. Shotgun formation, trips to the right. One man at the top of the screen by himself. Looks like A.J. Brown alone at the top of the screen. There is the snap. There is a handoff. Looks like it'll be Tank Bigsby, who picks up about 5. Call it a gain of 6 on first and 20. It's second down and 14. Second down. Did I hear a Chowder reference? You did hear a Chowder reference. You did hear a Chowder reference. Nice, dude. Well done. I don't get a lot of people who understand the rada rada thing. But yeah, that was definitely a Chowder reference. Nice. Bears might win the division, says Waze. I'm working on the budget dog catcher or zookeeper. Interesting. Second down and 14. Philadelphia Eagles on their own 45. Here comes the blitz. He's going to air this one out. Jalen Hurts to Devontae Smith. The catch is made on second and 14. It's an 8-yard pickup. It brings down a 3rd and 6. Third down. With 12 and a half left to go, the Eagles looking for a stop. Smith is alive, says Tough McNabb. Can you say 45 seconds into the third quarter? I mean, I could, but we're well beyond that. It also sounds really weird to say 180 seconds into the third quarter. We've got 12:15 left to go in the fourth quarter here. We've got ourselves an empty backfield. It is fourth quarter action. Philadelphia Eagles across midfield. This is a scramble. Jalen Hurts picks up the first down. He will be brought down by Alex Anzalone, and it's first down Philadelphia Eagles. First down Philly. First and 10 coming up for the Philadelphia Eagles. That is a good quarterback scramble there, a quarterback keep for Jalen Hurts, and he gets through that defensive line. First down after an 11-yard scramble for Jalen Hurts. First and 10, football to the 36-yard line. Almost 240 seconds into the fourth quarter. That doesn't make sense, dude. 11 minutes left to go in the fourth empty backfield. Here's the snap against a four-man rush. Jalen Hurts shoots to the end zone for Saquon. This pass incomplete. Stops the clock with 11:17. It's a second down. Second down and 10. Football at the 36. Rigged, question mark, says TM. Maybe. Maybe. Mario, drink a beverage, says Roy Williams. Nah, we're okay. That's fine. I drank a half a beer and someone's like, "Oh, you're slurring your words. You must be drunk." So, no, we're just not even gonna. It's good. That's fine. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the right-hand side, 1 person at the top. That is Jahan Dotson by themselves. Here's the snap from the 36-yard line. In trouble now, running away from the pressure. Gonna wind up and throw this thing away. It's a third down and 10. 11 minutes. Incomplete pass. Let's stop it here. Third down and 10. Football at the Detroit 36. Wasted. I'm wasted. Drunk as a skunk, says Rob G. I swear to drunk, I'm not God. Is there an ossifer problem? Third down and 10. It's a third down and 10 coming up here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and in case you're wondering why I have this piece off of my ear, it's because my ear hurts from wearing these headphones for all this time. Third down and 10. 11 minutes left to go. The blitz coming in, a wind-up and a throw. A.J. Brown makes the catch through the contact. Good strong hands for A.J. Brown. It still brings up a fourth down and 4. Fourth down and 4. Here we go. You deserve to slur your words, says Tough McNabb. Take a shot if the Eagles win, says John Boy. Drunk, drank, dresse? What seems to be the ossifer problem? Yeah, that's what seems to be the officer problem. Exactly. You guys ever play that game where you can't say the words drink, drank, or drunk? Good luck with that. Okay, guys, trying to kick with the wind at his back. It's a fourth down and 4, a long field goal attempt, 49 yards. Jake Elliott puts it up, and this is going to be good for 3 points. The Philadelphia Eagles extend their lead, and they are up by 10. The Eagles now up by 10. Okay. Okay. Tough, appreciate you. I am David saying ignore the noise. Yeah, it's probably better, man. You're probably right. I am David. Cheers to you, man. Cheers to you. This game is a blowout, says the place to be. It's a 10-point game. No, okay. I don't think you can have a blowout unless a team has at least had 21 points and needs to be up by at least a 21 skunk. In my opinion, it's not a blowout unless it's a 21 skunk. Actually, my beer is basically hot at this point here, LC Chi-Town. Cheers, Mario. You deserve a beer. I know it's been a long day, guys. I know. I'm just being me, man. You guys are doing nothing wrong. I appreciate you guys. I'm doing nothing wrong. Sometimes I get in my own head. 10 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. That's all that's left in Sunday Night Football. You dig? Okay. So, I'm going to subtract a minute here. 10:15 left to go. We just got 3 points off a long field goal there from Elliott. This is going to end up being a change of possession. The Detroit Lions going to get the football back. They will need to score a touchdown here. Head games. I'm just being sarcastic, says the place to be. I forget real English. Mario, who do I want to win? I'm going to definitely put my chips in for the Detroit Lions because I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. And the Philadelphia Eagles are in the top of the division. But even as a Dallas Cowboys fan, I don't know that I feel like the Eagles could lose out the season and the Dallas Cowboys won't get 7 wins. Like, it's that bad right now for Dallas. Our defense is atrocious. And we got a matchup with the Philadelphia Eagles next week. So there's that. As a Dallas Cowboys fan, that's brutal. But enough about me. Who are your favorite teams out there, chat? Let's find out. Who are your favorite teams? Who's your favorite team? Tough McNabb saying Cowboys. I see out here looking for some comments right now. Looking for a favorite team. Kansas City Chiefs next week have a match against the Colts. The Chicago Bears next week. They've got a matchup. Where are my Chicago Bears over here? Looking for it. Looking for the Bears. Bears got the Steelers. I see the Dolphins. Dolphins got a matchup next week. No, they don't. They've got a bye week in Week 12. Week 12 schedule is right here. Houston Texans have Thursday Night Football. Here comes a $10 super chat. Thank you very much. The Buffalo Bills got that matchup on Thursday night as well. Thank you for that $10 super chat there, Mike Thomas. Here is the kickoff going back to the Detroit Lions. Lions next week also got a matchup against the New York Giants. They will bring this out to the 28-yard line before the whistles come in. It's going to bring up a 1st down and 10 with 10:06 left to go. So, Lions offense taking the field. Who else out here? Jacksonville Jaguars fans. Jaguars got a matchup against the Cardinals. Who else? Seattle Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks, they will have a matchup. Looks like the Seahawks in lime green right now. They've got the action green. Seahawks Titans should be an easy one. New York Jets Ravens. At this point, I don't even know what to make of the Baltimore Ravens. We'll see how that all washes out. Let's get back to the action here. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for that super chat, Mike. 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Detroit Lions with the football and a shotgun. Stepping up to the line, Jared Goff as the play clock winds down. Makes a quick change of play right now. He backs up again. Actually, he's under center. Single back formation. Jahmyr Gibbs to the left-hand side to the 30. The 35 picks up the 1st down at the 39-yard line. 1st down, Detroit Lions. So 1st and 10 becomes 1st and 10 after a good 11-yard run to the left-hand side by Jahmyr Gibbs. I see you, Dufflock, repping the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They got another Buccaneers game next week against the Rams. I'll be live for that one. LA Chargers checking in, Slow Driver. Cheers to you. Roll Tide, says Country Chaos. Welcome back. Country Kisses saying 1st down. 1st and 10 for the Detroit Lions at the 39-yard line of shotgun formation. 2 receivers right, 1 man to the left. Goff doing this thing again, waiting for the snap with the play clock down to 5. A 4-man rush comes in. They break through the line. Goff got to get rid of it. Looking to number 89. That's going to be Brock Wright. Pass incomplete. Stops the clock with 9:25. 2nd down and 10 at the Detroit 39. 2nd down and 10 at the Detroit 39. Okay, I need a new set of headphones, man. These things are brutal. They are killing my ear. Oh, and if I showed you, this is actually, okay, never mind. We'll talk about that after this game. Motion on the field. Amon-Ra St. Brown steps into the slot at the top of the screen here. There's the snap. Goff looking that way. He will pitch to ASB. That pass incomplete as it's too low. It stops the clock with 9:20. 3rd down and 10. TM Martin, oh my goodness. Wow, with a $50 super chat, a super sticker right now. Let's go. TM Martinez, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Totally unexpected. Thank you so much, TM. Let's go. 9:20 left to go. I'm going to leave that up for a hot minute right here. Here's the snap on 3rd down and 10. A look to the right-hand side. The pass going to be broken up by Jackson. It brings up a 4th down and 10. And the Detroit Lions watching the lights fade on them right now. It's 9:16 left to go. Thank you, TM. Salud. Appreciate that. Thank you. 4th down and 10 from the 39-yard line. Looks like they're going to punt this thing away. Looks like they're going to punt this thing away. Wayne Adams saying the pizza's ready. Ad probably is. Another punt, guys. For you Detroit Lions fans, that must be a tough one to watch. Another punt on 4th and 10. It's going to take a bounce, and I think this is going to be who touches this last. The official saying it goes out of bounds, and it's Philadelphia Eagles football out of bounds right here as that goes towards the near sideline of the camera. They're watching it. Here's the replay. It takes a bounce right there. It is touched by 87, and then last touched by the Philadelphia Eagles. It's Eagles football. Is that batting? Are they going to drop a foul or a flag right there? Maybe not. Okay, it goes out of bounds. 1st and 10, football at the 15-yard line. 4th down, go for it, Campbell. Now Campbell decides to punt. TM saying, de nada. You know, what should I even call you, TM? Because you're a channel member. You've been very generous on this channel, and I just call you TM Martin-esque. Is there something like I know that Tamara is TH. Tamara comes in as TH right there. A couple of people have different names. If you want me to reference you as something, TM, let me know, and I will call you by whatever name you ask for. I hate watch week night for me because I want to see my Bears on top, says Johnny Boy. Let's see. Looks like Ty Gag checking in right now. 49ers are pretty. Hats off to TM, says I am David. Seriously, hats off to TM for sure. Hats off to TM for sure. That's huge. Bears got no chance, says Nicholas Reed. Really? Please ask Mario to call you daddy, says Snaz. Hey, Snaz, you got a funny bone, bro. You got a funny bone. Okay. Jeremy's saying, let's go Eagles, #1 in the NFC North. I see you, Bears fan out there. #1 in the NFC North, Bears fan here. Brock Purdy was good. Cheers to TM. Cheers to TM for sure. TM Martin Esquire VIP. Get it right, says Steve. Appreciate that. Esquire. LMAO. You forgot the F. LMFAO is where it's at right now. We need a John Elway throw. Woo. John Elway throw. That's wild. Go Pack Go, says Joey Montoya. This game reminds me of horse racing, says Brad. I actually really enjoy horse racing. That's weird. That's not something that a lot of people – actually, that's not true. A lot of people enjoy horse racing. They say the Kentucky Derby is like the most expensive minute in all of like sports. Is that what they call it? It's like 1 minute worth of a race, and it's over just like that. Anyways, I know who can tell you more about it. I'm a woman, though. I can see from your photo. Yes, I can see you. Thank you. I can see you, TM. Appreciate that. So I can't call you daddy. We can call you mama. I don't know. I'll have to run that past Christina. But I do appreciate the super there. A throw to the right-hand side, and it's going to be a catch by Dallas Goedert out to the 9-yard line. I know I'm smiling and cheesing right now, chatting with you guys out here. TM, cheers. Okay, so going through the chat right now. Appreciate your support there, TM. Appreciate that a lot. If the Rams don't fumble on the goal line and hold a huge lead in Philadelphia, they're undefeated right now. I hear you. Folks, I'm stepping away from the chat. I appreciate you guys leaving your comments and keeping me entertained, but I got to keep thousands of people entertained right now, and this 1st and 10 ends up being a 7-yard gain for the Philadelphia Eagles. So 1st and 10 quickly becomes a 2nd down and 3. We'll take a minute off the clock here. They are taking their time in between snaps, as they should, with a 2-possession lead right now. 2nd down and 3. The Philadelphia Eagles could absolutely finish this game. I mean, with giving the Detroit Lions the football back maybe just one time. 2 minutes, says Greg Hawkins. You're like number 1,000 ways. Thank you very much. We hit 1,000 likes on this stream. Here we go from the 40-yard line. Shy of the 42, under center. Here's the snap, a handoff to the right-hand side. Saquon Barkley is going to get wrapped up behind the scrimmage line. He will fight for yardage, and he'll be brought down. Saquon goes down, bringing the knees in. I always worry about leg injuries, man, on those big piles. It's a 3rd down and 1. Philadelphia at their own 40-yard line. Okay. Philadelphia Eagles at their own 41-yard line. It's a 3rd down coming up right here. They are highlighting Jalen Hurts' numbers, and there was too much information for me to process in a moment. 3rd down and 1. Looks like a tush-push coming in. Do they get the stop? It's going to bring up a 4th down. Looks like not enough to get the first here. 4th down and inches. And the Lions get a stop on the tush-push. 6:55. Clock is ticking. 4th down and inches. Sirianni looking out. Very confused right now. Nicholas asking about Devontae Smith. Everybody want to see some Devontae Smith stuff right now. Devontae Smith, not a top 3 receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles offense at the moment. Actually, just outside the top 3 at number 4. 4th down and inches. Oh, that's a false start. Oh, man. Flag on the play, and all of a sudden the tush push ain't looking like the world's greatest play. False start. The officials doing everything they can to officiate this properly. False start on the offense. It brings up a 4th down and 6. Good thing Sirianni is the coach on the other side. Otherwise, they'd be going for it right now. 4th down and 6 at the Philadelphia own 37. They're going to punt this one away. My Lions need a touchdown, says, yeah, it's me. Yeah, they do, bro. So they're going to punt this away. It's no longer 4th down and inches. It's 4th down and 6. They're calling it 4th down and 5. Here is the boot. This one goes a long ways away. It's going to take a bounce. It goes inside past the 20, down to the 15-yard line. Maybe the 14. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Lions need to do something now because they've been playing like, well, I think we called them booty cheeks earlier. But it's starting to get pretty bad here. Starting to get pretty bad here for the Detroit Lions. Punt-tastic, says Todd Tier. Thanks again, TM. Appreciate that again. Appreciate that so much. Okay, yeah, what is Devontae Smith doing, says Johnny Boy. Great question. Great question there, Johnny Boy. Need 1 rushing touchdown for Gibbs. Tush push is getting stopped these days. I don't think any team in the AFC or NFC North will get very far in the playoffs. Really? You don't think any team in the AFC North or the NFC North will get very far in the playoffs? Even if it's the Detroit Lions, you don't think the Detroit Lions will go very far in the playoffs? If the game is close, the Eagles will most likely win, says Arnold Garza. Time for some vintage Lions excellence. 2 minutes for a touchdown. Hold them. Field goal, win in overtime, says Arch Troll. Okay. Okay, I'm literally going to screenshot this right now. I'm literally screenshotting that because if you get that right, Arch Troll, with the first big, bold prediction of the day, at least the first one that I saw, Arch Troll, I screenshot that, bro. If you get that right and this game does go to overtime and the Detroit Lions win this game in overtime, man, I don't know, dude. I'll get you a Football Nation coffee mug or something like that because that's pretty crazy. Must be Trillin, says Joey Montoya. Okay. Take the leg. Sweep the leg. Sweep the leg, says Nicholas. Let's see. Goff for 1 rushing yard was a dumb bet. Shaking my head. Yeah, dude. I would not have taken Jared Goff for a rushing yard in this game. I wouldn't take Jared Goff for a rushing yard in any game, honestly. Victor Hugo, ¿qué onda, mi amigo? Dice saludos, Mario, ¿qué onda? Bienvenidos, Victor. I do like the Bears just did. Do it like the Bears just did, says Justin. Justin, Lions lose in Difsona. Como siempre, desde Acapulco, Guerrero, México. Bienvenidos otra vez, mi amigo. Bro, I'm at 348 contracts at 22 cents right now for the Lions. Lions need to wake up, says Kai Sate. Okay, let's see what happens. T-Bone saying, hola, Mario. That's one L in it, T-Bone, but I see what you're saying. I appreciate you. So, 1st and 10. Olla is very different. An olla is like an actual, like a pot. 6 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. 2nd down after the incomplete pass coming back from the commercial break. I'm stepping away from the chat again, guys. I appreciate y'all so much leaving comments in the chat. I do want to read those. At this point in the day, guys, I'm more interested in talking with y'all than doing my job right now. And my job is to get you guys connected with this game. So, Mario, snap out of it. Get this play call right. 6:10 left to go. 2nd down and 10. Shotgun formation. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Motion on the field. Goff waits for it. The 4-man rush coming in. Goff steps up. He's going to break a tackle. This is tipped at the line of scrimmage again. Incomplete pass. 3rd down and 10 coming up now. 3rd down and 10, 6:04. It does stop the clock. Detroit Lions on offense, and this could be a last gasp chance here for Detroit. So a big 3rd down. Jared Goff has had 4 or 5 passes swatted down before it even crossed the line of scrimmage. Great job by that Eagles defense to get their hands up and swat these passes down before they get into a dangerous zone. So from the 15-yard line on 3rd down and 10, Jahmyr Gibbs standing to the left right now of Jared Goff in a shotgun formation. 2, 3 to the right. Goff doesn't like it. He looks to the left. He'll wind up and fire. Open space. Looks like Jameson Williams going to keep running here. All of a sudden, looks like a big gain for Jameson Williams. What could have been even more on 3rd down and 10 is a big catch for 27 yards and a 1st down for the Detroit Lions. 1st down, Detroit out to the 42-yard line. 1st and 10, clock is hot. Here we go. 1st and 10, clock is hot. Detroit Lions at the 42-yard line. A single back formation, 2 receivers to the top, 1 receiver to the bottom. Motion on the field. Waiting for the snap. Goff takes it. He fakes it. He's in trouble. Has to pitch. This time, incomplete pass intended for Jahmyr Gibbs. Will stop the clock with 5:20. 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Detroit Lions. Detroit out to the 42-yard line. Approaching midfield. They're on their own half of midfield here. Looking at a 2nd down and long. The Lions should have stopped the clock with 5:20. Break the huddle here. Break. Jared Goff steps up, does this thing again. Whatever this is, he's just doing this right now. I don't know if this is like his Yahtzee hand or what, but here comes a 4-man rush. Another pass swatted down at the line of scrimmage. This time it's Jalen Carter who breaks that one up. It brings up a 3rd down and 10, and the Eagles defense gets another stop. It's time to cut Adoree Jackson, says Gerald Gibbons. Como frijole, how you been? Willie Shields. That's a funny one. I like that. Who wins? One Punch Man or Goku? Goku all day. Anyone in the DBZ world will always win. This is a deep shot upfield. This one goes too far, and on 3rd down and 10, the Lions will bring up a 4th down. It's 4th down and 10 with 5:12 left to go. And this is when you need to go for it, Dan Campbell. Not just because you want to, not just because you have a good team. Now is when you should be going for those 4th down situations because you need to. Campbell taking the unnecessary risks, and it does bring up a 4th down and 10. I can promise you they're going to talk to him about that during the press conference here because I can almost guarantee – oh, they're lining up to punt. Detroit Lions are going to punt this away. They're going to give this to the Philadelphia Eagles. This is going to be a huge boot here from Fox. Signaled a fair catch at the 20. That'll work the same as a touchback. It's 1st and 10. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. 5:06 left to go. It's Eagles football. I think the Eagles have just won this game. I don't know, man. A few first downs and this game is over. A lot of you guys saying it's over, it's over, it's over. Who you got? Come on. It's a punt. Reverse play call. These are actually the Eagles-Packers games 2.0 for real. I agree 100%. I think it's over, man. Cody. Nah, man. Mario doesn't feel tired, bro. We don't get tired, bro. We're good, dog. We're good. Hey, Cody. Hey, Cody. Hey, we ain't tripping, bro. Just because we've been awake since 7 a.m. covering these football games don't mean that we're tired, bro. We don't feel tired on this channel. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. A snap and a handoff to the left-hand side. There goes Saquon. It's a 2-yard gain. Keeps the clock ticking, the most important part right now. It's a 2nd down and 8. A 2-yard gain right now. A 2-yard gain right now. T-Bone saying Red Bull works. Nah. Look, guys. It's Thursday, Sunday, Monday. Those are the only 3 heydays for Football Nation. If I take my foot off the gas, if I don't stream, I don't eat. I'm not one of those content creators who has a ton of evergreen content out there. I'm not one of those creators with a ton of evergreen content, so if I'm not live streaming, I'm not making anything. Here's a snap and a handoff to Saquon Barkley, who understands the assignment on 2nd down and 8. He picks up 7. It's a 3rd down and 1. Dan needs to be investigated for gambling. Serious, says Colby. Is that Colby? I wouldn't have covered that 7 a.m. game. I technically didn't. Santino did, which is the whole reason why he helps me out on this channel. What's my coffee of choice? From where? I like low-acid espresso. Trader Joe's has a really good low-acid espresso. Anything low-acid? Yeah, it's me. Thanks for checking in. Here is a quarterback sneak, a tush-push, and will it be enough? The official's going to say on 3rd down and 1. Lions saying it's 4th down. Eagles saying it's 1st down. Lions saying it's 4th down. Eagles saying it's 1st down. The official saying it's 4th down. It's a 4th down and 1. 4th down and inches coming up right now. Jalen Hurts gets stuffed right there. Forward progress stops on top of the pile. 4th down and inches. Here we go. Needed 1 more yard from Gibbs, says Allen. 3 minutes left to go. It's the NFL, says LC Chi-Town. Cam Jurgens now coming out of the game. First timeout going to be called here. It's a 4th down and inches. A big play for the Philadelphia Eagles. If they cannot convert on this 4th down, the Lions take over at the 29-yard line. So this is huge right here for Philadelphia. 4th down and inches. This is huge. F2R, it's kind of confusing. Wait, what? Punt. Respect the Lions, says Pete. 4th and inches. That is true. That is it. Lions should never get a nighttime again. This was embarrassing. Yeah, they put 2 field goals up against this Eagles defense. So, it's 4th down and inches. They are going for it, and it looks like the officials crashing in quickly. Let's find out what they say. 4th down and inches. They're saying it's short. Is it short? It's short. It's going to be a 1st down, Detroit Lions, and the Lions will take over here. They are actually going to give this to the Detroit Lions. There is the tush-push. Jalen Hurts is going to get stuffed, and the forward progress definitely is not enough. The Detroit Lions stopped them. They actually stopped them. The Detroit Lions stopped them. It's a 1st down, Detroit. It's a 1st down, Detroit at the Philly 29. 1st down, Detroit at the Philly 29. The Lions have the football now. Detroit Lions get the stop on 4th and inches. It's a 1st and 10 with 2:51 left to go. Maybe that miracle that we screenshotted. 2:57 is what it says on my clock right now. Goff in a shotgun. 3 receivers to the top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. Goff saying, I don't know if he's trying to fly away or what this was, but Goff getting really big with the hand movements. Goff's in trouble. He's got to scramble. He'll wind up and throw on the run. It's incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Man, this Eagles defense is nasty. This Eagles defense giving nothing to the Detroit Lions. The Lions, 2nd down and 10 at the Philadelphia 29. They will need the field goal either way, so let's see if they'll take the field goal or if Dan Campbell's just going to say screw it and go for the 4th down if it comes to that. Okay. Get another touchdown, says Attila. Okay. I love some Attila in case you ever listen to them. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. Here comes a 4-man rush. Goff gonna get sacked on the play. Down goes Jared Goff. He's down by contact with 2:43 left to go. We'll start this up. It's a 3rd down. Nakobe Dean gonna get the 7-yard bag. It brings up a 3rd down and 17. Backs them up to the Philadelphia 36. So a sack on the play. The Philadelphia Eagles. Nakobe Dean gets the play in there, and Goff goes down. Goff just wraps up and hits the deck. 2 minutes approaching. We're getting close to that 2-minute warning. They're going to need to get a play in before we get to that. It's 0-0. Here's the snap. Goff on 3rd down will fire. This is in the air, incomplete. 4th down and 17. Stops the clock with 2:03. So 4th down and 17 at the Philadelphia 36. And, of course, Campbell. I mean, why kick the field goal that we need anyways, right? Why kick the field goal that we know we need anyways? I'm just going to go for it now, and if we don't get it, then I guess that's good enough. We're not going to play this smart. We're not going to try to. 4th down and 17. They are lined up to go for it. Timeout will be called by the Philadelphia Eagles. So the Eagles are like, wait a minute. This doesn't look right. Let's, Sirianni calls a timeout. No, but it's Dan Campbell, and I don't know if he's got CTE or what, but he's making terrible decisions right now. He's definitely got something. He's got a screw loose up here. I don't know what he's been doing on these plays on 4th downs and what they're going for. They are all the way backed up on 4th down and 17. They need the field goal regardless. This is an absolute clinic here on how Sirianni has been the better coach this season than Dan Campbell. And one would only wonder, do you think Ben Johnson or Aaron Glenn would say something to him at this point? Obviously, he doesn't have either of them by his side. They're changing the narrative here. So, looks like on 4th down and 17, they're going to line up a 54-yarder. So, no flag. The Lions, a 54-yarder. Here we go. Can they knock this back? From the Eagles logo, standing on it right now. Bates, who missed one earlier today, will put this up. This kick is straight down the middle. The field goal is good, and the Lions are down still, but they put 3 points on the board. So the Lions put 3 points on the board. The field goal is successful. It is 9-16, and it's a 7-point game. Okay. All right. So, the Lions just scored. They're probably going to line up for an onside kick. We are hitting the 2-minute warning with 1:58 left to go. When we get back from the 2-minute warning, the Detroit Lions will be kicking this one off. An amazing kick, says T-Bone. Onside kick, says Renee Baker. Robbie saying it's onside. This is a baseball score, says the Mr. Mojo. I broke into dance, says Todd Tier. Sweet. That's what I was hoping for, Todd. That's what I was hoping for. So the Lions trail by 7. They need to line up for an onside kick. It's what makes sense to me. It is what makes sense to me. Jalen Hurts did not get that 1st down. They're showing that fourth and inches play and how he definitely didn't get it. That's for sure. Fly, Eagles, fly, says Faster Class. Gibbs, bro, I hate you, says Nicholas Salceda. Show Goff percentage. Ooh. Jared Goff, 14 of 37. He's throwing at 42%. Someone can fact check me on that. 14 of 37 today. That is terrible. Less than 50%, far less than 50% passing for Jared Goff today. The percentage is bad. The percentage is bad. What's going on, Dwayne? Dwayne Davis, TM Martin saying that this is unacceptable. It is, honestly. The Detroit Lions, Jared Goff, to be 14 of 37, I will say that at least 6 of those passes were swatted down at the line of scrimmage, so they never even had a chance. Here is the kickoff. The Detroit Lions will send this back to the Eagles. It is a full kickoff, no onside kick. They're trusting the Lions defense with 1:58 left to go. Would you onside kick with 3 timeouts? Why would you onside kick with 3 timeouts? Says YNW. Fair enough. YNWMB. Fair enough. That's a good point. With 3 timeouts, you can stop the clock, but you got to get a stop right here. First play. If the first play is a first down, that's trouble. It's a 1st and 10. The Philadelphia Eagles at the 35. A shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the top of the screen. Here is the snap, and Saquon Barkley to the right. Saquon gets brought down shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a 4-yard pickup. Timeout is called with 1:53. First timeout going to be taken here from the Detroit Lions. It brings up a 2nd down and 6. Okay, the lo-fi music is gone. This is red zone music territory considering where we're at. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Football Nation. Let's do this thing. 2nd down and 10. 1:55 left on the clock. 2nd down and 6. 1:55 here left on the clock. Football at the Philadelphia 39-yard line. Philly on 2nd down. The score is 16-9. The Eagles have a 7-point lead, and the Lions need the football back, and they need it back now. Saquon Barkley standing to the right of Jalen Hurts. Motion on the field as they wait for the snap. Here comes the snap. It's a handoff to Saquon again. Saquon up the middle will gain a yard or 2. It brings up a 3rd down and 3. Another timeout going to be called quickly here on 3rd down here. 3rd and 5. A 1st down will ice this game, and the Eagles will likely win this thing. 3rd down and 3 at the Philadelphia 42. Will the Eagles convert on 3rd down? Jack Campbell, a great job there to wrap up Saquon Barkley and make sure that he plugged the gap. Come on, birds, says Jenny. Okay. 3rd down and 3. 1:51 left to go. 1 timeout remaining. By the way, the Eagles also have 1 timeout remaining. 3rd down. Here we go. Under center, actually in a shotgun. They're showing blitz. There's going to be whistles that come in immediately. This is going to be a false start. Oh, man, false start on the offense. The Philadelphia Eagles get backed up 5 yards on 3rd down and 3. So false start, offense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay, 3rd down. Instead of a 3rd down and 3, it becomes 3rd down and 8. 3rd down and 8. 1:50 on the clock here. Swanson Productions, appreciate you. 3rd down and 8. The Eagles need to convert here. Time has stopped with 1:51. A shotgun from the 37-yard line. Eagles with the football on their own side of midfield. 3rd down and 8. The windup and the throw to A.J. Brown. The pass incomplete. 4th down and 8. There's a flag on the play. Uh-oh. Flag on the play. Pass interference on the defense. The Detroit Lions going to commit. It's Rock Ya-Sin. Oh, man, and that pass interference is the nail in the coffin. I don't see it. I don't see it, man, honestly. Not just because I'm a Cowboys fan, but honestly, I don't see it there. That didn't look like pass interference. That seemed like a pass that A.J. Brown was not on the other side of. 1:47 left to go. A quick snap here. It's a handoff to Saquon Barkley. Timeout will be called with 1:42 left to go. It's a 2nd down and 10. That's the last time they'll get a chance to stop the clock. The Lions use their final timeout. It's a 2nd down and 10. 1:43. We got 40 seconds, 40 seconds. That'll be 80 seconds. That's 120. I think they can finish this game. Wow, that's too bad, says Antoine. Wait, you can't call that. I'm an Eagles fan, and you can't call that. I'm just saying. At least Peter is out here, or Pete Kramer, saying that I'm an Eagles fan, and you can't call that, man. Come on, Eneth. I appreciate your candor there, dude. It's ref's ball, says Dominator. Ref's ball. The game is over for sure, says CLB. Goff didn't get the first down either. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff. This one for Saquon Barkley is going to be a gain of 2. It's a 3rd down and 8 right now. I'll call it a 3rd down and 9 with 1:33 left to go. They don't have another timeout. They're going to take all their time. The Philadelphia Eagles going to use all their time. They'll punt it back to the Detroit Lions, but we're going to get some kind of Hail Mary, weird backwards laterals kind of stuff here today. 3rd down and 8. Stuff that bird. How many times Bohica? What's against Bohica? TM. Brought down, says Nicholas Reed. Refs ruined everything, says Kelvin. 3rd down and 8. Okay, this is going to be the timeout taken by the Philadelphia Eagles. Their final timeout with 57 seconds left to go. It is a 3rd down and 8, 3rd down and 9. The Lions on defense. The Eagles going to get one more play in right here. Probably take the knee, punt this football, and give the Lions 10 seconds left to go. Game's not over yet, Dave. It is close, but not over yet. Bobby Light saying, call the FBI. I'm just here to talk to y'all. You know what ways? A lot of people are, man. Man, it seems rigged when there are questionable calls like that, says TC. Marine Addiction. I know. But as a referee, sometimes wrong calls happen, man. And you just move forward with it. As someone who's been on the other side here, 3rd down and 8. They are lined up in a shotgun. They know a first down here will win this game. 3rd down and 8. It's a handoff. Saquon Barkley. A nice little spin move, and Saquon will pick it up. It's going to be a first down, and that'll be all she wrote. Victory formation coming up. First down for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they will win this game 16-9 with 40 seconds here left to go. They need to take one more knee. This will be the final score of the game. Yeah, it's me. I got you. Appreciate you saying go Lions. Maybe next time, brother. Maybe next time. Football to the 45-yard line. They are going to take this knee here, and this will be the final score, guys. Philadelphia Eagles win this game 16-9. The clock is still technically counting down. There is that final knee, and this game is done. This game is all over. Okay. Another marathon, the final marathon of the season is officially over. Feels good. It does. 15 hours done. 15 hours. I need to go touch grass. I need to go take a shower. I need to eat some food. That was brutal, man. That's the final one. We're done. We're done. It's over. It's over, man. Okay, guys. Tomorrow we have one more game for you guys. There is one more game, and we will announce a winner for the Week 10 or the Week 11 Pick'ems. And if we don't have a grand prize winner, we will raffle off something here. I'm giving Michael until tomorrow. Michael has until tomorrow, Mr. Michael Smith. You have until tomorrow to reach out to me. I did message you about your prize. Please don't let that go to the wayside. If you do not end up doing that. By the way, weekly pick'ems are going to be available before tomorrow's game. So I'll get that set up for sure. And, yeah, man, that's it, man. That's all I got. Tomorrow is Cowboys-Raiders. That game will be starting, and it will be in Las Vegas. That game starts at 7:15 p.m. Central Standard Time. I will be live for that one. Sasa Savisha saying, go mow that lawn first. Now you can relax. Greg, dude, you guys always see me, like, up here. My hair looks awful, too, dude. You guys always see me, like, way up here. And right now, like, my energy has definitely just, I'm done, bro. This has been crazy. I'm glad that we got to do our final 4 games in one day. It's been wild. Hydrate for tomorrow. I will definitely go do that. You have a great night. Go Cowboys, says Country Kisses. Good night, John Boy. But Grace Jones, Brian, appreciate you checking in. K-Dash saying, let's go Eagles. I made big money off that. Didn't start your training NASCAR race. My second cousin won DNA test. What on earth? John Rowe, thanks for checking in, man. Did the chicken come back? It's the neighbors. We told them, hey, man, your chickens are out. And no, we didn't get the chicken that came back. Let's see. Good night to everyone. You guys are awesome. Lose the tie, lose the clip, let it fly around, bro. We're done, dude. We're done. A heck of a day for today. All right, guys, that's it, man. It was an absolute pleasure. I'm done. I'm tapping out. You guys were fantastic. Cannot wait to see y'all tomorrow. We got one more. I will be fresh and clean for that one and not all greasy and gross after a 15-hour day. Appreciate you. Yeah, it's me. Good to see you. He says, go Lions. Yeah, it's me. Thank you very much. All right, guys, that's it, man. I'm done. I'm off. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until next time, my name is Mario Manuel. You've been watching Football Nation. Let's effing go. Peace out, guys.